Good to see you, everyone. My name is Robbie Hell, and it's time for another recorded Enclave mission. This one is a little bit special. It is following up on a long-standing plot line. In fact, it ties in two plot lines. One that has been going on for, at this point, 7 years and was incidentally continued in a recent actual play as well. And two, the rescue mission that happened, that I posted a video on the channel a couple months back, or a month or two back, whenever this goes out. The character Avanya is going on a mission alongside one of the characters who helped rescue her, though the plot of the mission is going to be much more deeply involved with his own background. Enough of my nonsense spiel. Let's hear about you guys. Introduce yourselves.
Hi there, I am Alex, aka Captain. Been playing Enclave for a bit, and very excited to get back in the questing realms where a lot of my characters are from. Get some of that plot going.
A bit. Lol. And next.
Hi, my name is Mary May, and I'm just realizing my server name is completely wrong. Let me fix that real quick. But yeah, I've been playing Enclave for a little bit now. I've been having loads of fun. That's my birth control alarm. And I am ready to play another mission.
What an introduction. Character
Thank
introductions.
You so much.
All right. So I am playing Lewyck, which was also on that rescue mission that we spoke about. Lewyck is extremely tall. He's like 6'7", kind of an imposing, like physically, but he's basically always got like a cheerful smile and cheerful attitude. He's got dark blue hair, which is a unique feature of his. And of course, he's a Thane, so, you know, he's got plenty of armor, he's got a banner, and all those sorts of things. Yeah, I mean, sometimes there's some weird things that happen with him when he gets a little bit stressed out, where he becomes a little more bestial-like, which I'm hoping to explore today.
Lovely. And next.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing Avanya. I just changed my name to match. She is a Thunderbird. She's, I think, kind of on the shorter side, also on the younger side. I think she's about 15. She has high up pigtails all the time, and she's basically a mad scientist. She loves exploding things. She's learned that exploding things is not always the correct thing to do in certain cases. Sometimes you need to pay attention to your surroundings. But hopefully today she'll get a chance to do both things, pay attention, and also explode things.
Lewyck's pretty young as well. I think...
Yeah, Lewyck is basically just turning 18 right now.
Yeah. So both on the younger side, but separated by, I think, like almost 1.5 feet of height. I am going to be giving you guys your mission statement momentarily, but while I go grab my water bottle, Alex, would you mind giving a, as brief as you can, summary of Questing Realms, specifically focusing on the Great Scarlet Tyrant? I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, so Lewyck hails from a land that we kind of refer to as the Questing Realms. This is a land of grand wonder and even grander beasts, where medieval knights ride on large bonded mounts called farers. And the people practice magic inspired by like themes of classical medieval folklore and stuff like that. So when Robbie first started missions in this setting, the setting was actually a bit different in that it was a bunch of, like a collection of squabbling feudal fiefs that were ruled by this tyrant monster called the Scarlet Tyrant, or the Questing Beast, as we called it. A past character of mine participated in felling that beast and kind of releasing the people from that tyranny. And then since then, you know, a lot of my characters have been involved in kind of the growth of this of this kingdom that my people are kind of part of. Yeah, I mean, it's been a very fun experience to come back to the same setting and see how things change, and then missions happen and little things happen and you react to it. And it's been a very fun, long-term like storytelling experience.
Indeed. And on this most recent installment, here is going to be your mission statement. You are being sent to a boggy part of the questing realms, the Grey Fens, which few people set up major townships in, is mostly an area where individuals like enterprising knights or sorcerers will set up shop for themselves. Not a fertile location, and full of many of the strange and wonderful creatures that the questing realms is so well known for. In this case, however, you are being sent here by one of the king's great advisors, who has found incredibly disturbing portents that the legendary Scarlet Tyrant, the great beast itself, has propagated a spawn somehow. This is a calamitous rumor, or prophecy, or whatever the hell it is. If this is true, then the beast might attempt to re-enslave the entirety of the realm as it grows. And this being a creature that transcends time to some degree, it's almost as much a god as it is a creature, it needs to be cut off quickly. And it will likely have many of its dangerous followers among them. The beast loyal are humans who have been warped by the song of the beast to become bestial themselves and to serve it unquestioningly. Of note, the Enclave is explicitly sending 2 agents who they believe, for one reason or another, will be in some way resistant to the Song of the Beast. As you might guess, this has something to do with Avanya's recent outing, in her case at least. So in the Grey Fens, you are being teleported in to a patch of the Grey Fens, where the Enclave has determined that this beast whelp, the Scarlet Bairn, as it is being called, is likely, in fact, it's almost certainly, to be somewhere in hiding, likely protected by the beast loyal followers. However, it is hidden, and you will need to both find it and stomp it out. The Bairn itself is likely to be almost defenseless, save for its song, but its followers are dangerous, and it can not only corrupt people to this bestial state, but it can corrupt animals, including the beautiful fantasy fauna of the questing realms, making them hideous chimera that serve it unquestioningly. As a rule of thumb, anywhere you see the color scarlet, the beast's magic is at least somewhat likely to be at play. And so your goal, enter the Fens, find the Bairn, kill it. Period. Questions? You are muted. Oh, I see. You were muted for that reason. Alex, any questions?
I see. So do we have any... it's just the entirety of the Grey Fens? It could be anywhere, or do we think
you're
that
being
it's
sent
in
into a spot that the Enclave has determined it is very close to? You're going to be somewhere in the proximity. Though again, it could try to flee. It's not known how mobile it is or whether it's being carried or sheltered. So you may have to do some moving to properly find it. In fact, you almost certainly will. And the Grey Fens is notoriously shifting and maze-like to find your way around in.
Okay. All right.
But
all right. So close proximity.
Given that there's not a wanderer among you necessarily, or something like that necessarily, the Enclave clearly thinks that it is quite close. You shouldn't have to go far in any way, shape, or form to find it, though it is likely to be quite well hidden, especially given that it took one of the king's greatest and most legendary advisors, plus the Enclave itself, to even have a hope in hell of finding this thing. Mary, do you have any questions?
Although it is hidden, will we recognize it on sight?
Again, the color scarlet will cue you in. If you see, again, any particularly, it's likely to be quite small or probably quite helpless at this phase. So any smallish, helpless-ish chimera with scarlet in its coloration, good bet. Good bet. Especially if it sings that legendary song that is said to be very beautiful.
Will Avanya's experience with Fish Baby help?
In terms of what? In terms of, knowing it's that?
Knowing it's a god that is helpless.
I think Avanya would actually be probably quite good at identifying this thing.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure anybody from my land would also be pretty easy at identifying it. So if you want to discuss it, we can also in character.
There's
That's
always
a
a
good
chance
idea.
it is in some sort of disguise. Like its magics
That's
are
true.
not well studied.
That's true.
Its
Uh,
follower, does it grant its followers any magic?
Yes, its followers often spontaneously manifest magic, and these magics can be rather varied. Typically, they will be of some sort of chimeric bestial nature, though. Not to mention being much faster, much more dangerous, much more violent.
do we know if so the beast loyal are harboring it, and they're the ones. I mean, yeah. So we're expecting to fight them. Do we know how much of beast loyal might be here in the Grey Fens?
It is most likely to be a relatively small number, but they are likely to be very dangerous.
Yeah,
Like an elite
always.
group. Um, Reason being is the more beast loyal there are, the more likely they are to draw attention. And so you should expect a
Mhm.
relatively small number of dangerous enemies. Though again, the Bairn's warping song might be able to like so quickly affect surrounding fauna of the Grey Fens that it might be able to create new enemies for you spontaneously.
So inversely related to that, how many civilians or knights might we be expect?
Zero.
Okay.
This is probably a very good thing, given that they would likely be turned rather quickly.
Okay.
Um, is the song a literal song, or is it
Yes.
like okay?
And again, it's said by those who have heard it to actually be incredibly entrancingly beautiful.
Mhm. So does that mean I should? Maybe I have to be careful about my banner use.
Yes, the Enclave suggests being cautious with your banner use because, as helpful as knights are, and as much as you will probably get good use out of them, if they turn, that's a problem.
Okay. Well, luckily it's supposed to be low duration, though. A lot of times it seems to last for a little bit longer just because it's more fun.
It did. Although I've note, if they turn, that duration might no longer be relevant.
Oh, okay.
No longer
Does the
unusable.
song
Hmm?
does the song affect robots?
No,
No, it should.
hard no.
Sick.
It's a good question. Yeah, it's a good question.
Yep, the beast's magic only has ever been known to affect animals, including like people and sapient animals. Trees, nope, completely unaffected. Minerals, nope. Weapons and armor, nada. In that case, I say we proceed to assembly. The two of you led through Enclave HQ into the beautiful assembly chamber. There is a faceless Enclave attendant there ready to answer questions if your characters have them. There are two gleaming telepads in the corner of the assembly room itself, meaning that you can step right onto them as soon as you are ready for them. And the two of you are brought together simultaneously. I would ask a brief reminder of what your character looks like and the first action they would take upon entering, beginning with Lewyck.
Yeah. So as I said, he's very tall, very imposing, but cheerful attitude. I would say he kind of swag on in and maybe sit down at a nice little sofa. He's got flowing dark blue hair, um, and I think when he'd see you, he would say something like, "Ah, little mistress. Well, if it ain't you again."
Uh, Avanya, who is slightly on the shorter side, she has bright yellow. I mean, it's blonde, but it's basically yellow pigtails. Would go, you are the person who saved me, and she'd just run up and start hugging you, and she'd go, "Oh my god,
Oh,
I was crazy because the crazy lady told me to be crazy, and then you uncrazy me, and now we're here, and we go do other crazy thing. I mean, it's less crazy because it's not like controlled by crazy lady. It's crazy like." Wolf dog thing that's red and blood maybe I don't know, it's very exciting. Thank you, I appreciate you not killing me because I was crazy.
I'm like awkwardly hugging you, giving you a pat on the back, and then being like, oh, I was gonna ask if you seemed very unsure of that decision. I was gonna ask if you were happy with the decision you made.
I mean, in retrospect, I'm glad I didn't hang out with Crazy Lady. In the moment, it felt like Crazy Lady was normal and you guys were going to kidnap me and kill me, but then she was going to also kill me, but she was sad about it, but you guys weren't sad, but you guys weren't going to kill me. So, in the moment, it felt better. In retrospect, feels really good. So, yeah, you know.
Ah, oh, good, good. I'm glad. Well, we got you out of one hellscape of bile. We might be walking to another hellscape today. We'll see.
Oh, and it's my baby! And then she points to her giant robot.
Does it roll?
It
I
rolls,
remember
yeah.
it rolling. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a giant sphere.
Oh, is this a fair of some kind? I get up.
Yeah, I
Walk
don't
over.
know. My dad said if I do not blow him up too much, then I can get 4 stickers. And if I get 10 stickers total, I can go to the toy store and get a little tiny dog that move on your hand.
Ooh, a small dog. That sounds fun. I just knock on it.
Clong, 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 clong.
What a great piece of armor. What's its name?
He's my baby. Nobody else talks to him, so he don't have a name outside of that. If you want to give him name, you can name him, but
I
somebody
can
else
call
might.
him baby.
Yeah, he's baby. This is my baby.
Well, very, very nice to meet you.
He's very good. He can roll over things, except if they are like sharp right angles, is very difficult.
I've had trouble getting up on certain things in my time.
So this is your home that we go to and defeat
It
Red
is.
Man.
It is. My father has given me a great honor in this task. Task worthy of song.
And I will go and I will ignore the song as per the
Yes.
mission parameters.
This is true. I'm thinking maybe it would be good to get. I might get some fluff for our ears as we move on. This is a good thought. To ignore songs, yes.
This is extremely good idea. I would like to pull out 2 ginormous screws and attempt to shove them in Lewyck's ears.
I'm guessing he would probably fight you off of that
Yes.
one.
Oh, very, very, very thoughtful of you, little mistress. But I will be able to call something upon myself.
Okay, and I would like to just shove them into baby.
You might need them. Yes, you might need them.
You want to stick them out of where ears might go?
Yeah.
Yep, like little Frankenstein studs on either side.
I've heard many tales of what the Scarlet Beast used to look like. Great quills, pieces of arms and legs of different beasts.
Did you say
Yes.
great quails?
Quills.
Oh, I thought you meant the little bird, but like huge.
No. No, none of that.
Just
Spikes.
normal little bird. Little bird. Little bird. You
Oh,
can
like a
eat them.
spike. Like
Oh,
a
one spike.
porcupine.
That wouldn't. Baby cannot roll over spike.
Mm.
Damage him. You
Is
can
that-
roll over little bird.
It is at this point that the Enclave
might
attendant
be a little.
wordlessly steps from the room, and you see the 2 telepads gleam to life.
Why did you put them in here? Aren't they usually like that way and then like through a void and then that way? Why they here? Okay.
I look-
and
I look at the attendant.
The attendant has just left the room.
Oh. Well, makes it easier on me. Gotta walk a little less. Why not? I get up
Final
and
actions.
say, Yeah, and say, "Well, yes."
We still wear red, and then they cannot tell that we are not them.
I don't know if that'll work, but I'm willing to try it.
I have no red, except inside me, but I
My
don't
cape
know
is blue.
outside.
So is my hair.
Mm.
We can make it work.
We will find red.
Yes. Stay close to me, Avanya. I can protect you.
Okay.
And moving over
I
to
will
the
walk.
teleporters.
Yep.
You guys take your places. A third telepad is there also for Baby. And as you take your places atop the telepads, you feel your bodies smoothly dissociate, the unfamiliar, familiar feeling creeping up your limbs, hitting your chest, your heart flutters, hitting your eyes, your vision bursts into color, and the world vanishes. And it reforms to the smell of decaying wood and stagnant water. The fens are completely coated in fine mist. It's dark, but not so dark as to be nighttime, just dark as then there's so many layers of mist and cloud that it may as well be. The mist, the fens themselves are an incredibly textured area. The trees range from tiny spindly little shits you could push over with a hand to enormous gnarled masses whose roots spill out like sewer pipes in every direction, and the water cuts between them in pools that filter into each other like little waterfalls. And unlike a normal fen, which would be flat, this one is actually kind of hilly almost, with each pool being like a little waterfall spilling down into another, flanked by tree roots, lichen, and dead, decaying, muddy mass. As you guys poured in, you find yourselves in like a rare dry patch, like a grassy tuft that is overlooking one stinking pool in one direction, a small rise with a waterfall spilling down it in another direction, and past that, a choked mass of reeds that create almost like a labyrinth of long marsh grasses. You cannot see the sky, though you can barely see an outline of the sun. Immediate actions upon porting in, beginning with Avanya. The sound of water and faint bird song is all that you hear.
Hey, Lewyck, can you come over here? And I would like to lead him to the nearest small puddle.
Easily done.
So there you go.
Yeah, I'll say. The great armpit of my fair land. Yes?
Okay, I would like both of us to have our feet slightly in the puddle.
Okay.
Okay, I need you to tell me, does this hurt? And then I want to stomp down and slightly electrocute the puddle.
Oh, that's an interesting question. Yeah, you would feel something, right? You'd be like, oh.
I got 2 resilience,
yeah,
but I am also covered in metal.
Yeah. In this case, the slightly electrocute and the 2 resilience end up mostly canceling out the metal. So yeah, you would feel it. You'd jump a little bit, but not too bad.
Hey, this will be relevant later. Help me find a stick. And I want to find the biggest stick I can possibly pick up.
Oh, okay.
By myself.
Okay, that's a big qualification. I should note, Baby has rolled into a nearby puddle and is rolling across it like a beach ball.
Oh, very good. You explore the surroundings. Good. Find stick!
In this case, there's a big partially submerged log that has a huge honking branch coming off of it that's rotted enough you could probably pry it off. Do you want to go do so?
Yes.
Are you okay getting a little wet?
I am fine with being soaked.
I had a feeling you would. In that case, Avanya would lunge at the branch and her whole body weight would barely manage to snap it. She would land in the puddle.
That's fine. I have a stick now.
Yeah.
I'd like to raise it triumphantly.
Huge. It's longer than her body. Lewyck, actions you would like to take as Avanya is acquiring a stick.
I have some comedic things to say.
Indeed, yeah.
While she's scrambling around, I'm going to start just giving a little speech. And I will be saying, yes, a task worth of song. The Lion's Claw, they may call it. That name already spreads about the Kush retinue. Yes, felling the the child of the Scarlet Beast, so it may not rise no more. No, we will be triumphant today, for as Avanya says, our song will overpower theirs. And I want to call 2 arms to get some red, fluffy, I don't know, ear coverings of some kind. It might make sense, like in a medieval sense. I feel like earplugs would be probably like a bunch of like fluff that you would put in there. But I just want it to be red because we said we wanted something red.
You would end your speech as Avanya is brandishing her stick like a Tusken Raider. And so, and as she does so, given that this was like a pretty decent little 2-arm speech for something so small, I'm going to give you a pretty nice version of it. You would get beeswax earplugs that actually fit your ears, that at their ends have like a tufted ruff of red fur. So it's like an earmuff that you can actually stick into your ear. Yeah, Avanya.
Does baby get one?
You know what? Would Lewyck
let's
think of that?
let's just make the fluff around the screws.
Perfect. I like that a lot. Yeah. In that case, Avanya, you would have yours kind of appear in your ears. The world would suddenly become much more muffled.
Oh, this is bad. I can
And
hear
then
my thoughts.
and then I reach down into the puddle and grab up a much bigger stick because I have 2 luck.
Also, that and 2 might.
My stick was so big. It's not fair.
Do you want it?
Yes, I want this stick.
The 2 of you are loud enough that you can actually hear each other through your earplugs.
We're both very loud individuals.
Yes. And are you going to actually give the bigger stick to Avanya?
Yes.
Avanya would collapse under the weight of the stick.
This is my secret. Lewyck, I have secret. Come here. I got secret.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with this stick. I just thought it would be a good idea. Just to have one in case we need it.
I sit down on the stick and just do this.
No, it's already so heavy.
All right. Well, I think we should get a move on then.
I can't get up.
I'll help you out. I'll help you out of there.
Lifts up the stick effortlessly. Avanya can wiggle out.
Okay. I take my smaller stick.
Yeah, got him. And looking
I
around,
start trying to look over the fens.
You see mist and more mist and still more mist and there's some trees, but it's mostly mist.
Lots of mist.
Here's an idea. Are we already loud? If we're already loud, it doesn't matter if we're loud, right?
Yes.
Okay. Underclap to get rid of the mist.
That's loud enough that if Lewyck didn't have ear protection, that might have deafened him temporarily. The mist is billowed away, and actually, the sun shines through and illuminates the fence. In the sun, it's actually quite beautiful here. The colors of the little like swamp grasses and flowers pop out. The dead wood doesn't just look gray and nasty and drab. It's rather gorgeous. However, you actually have a decent little window of sight now, and you can see a couple of things. First of all, you have so that if we're going to roughly subdivide the directions you have, first of all, you have kind of a knotted section of like fallen wood that you'd have to kind of climb like shitty stairs. You have the like waterfall areas that you'd have to find a way to ascend. You have the weird like reed maze, so to speak, and then you have like trudgy, patchy pool areas that seem to mostly be like obstructed by small trees and kind of wind around the waterfalls. So roughly subdivide into 4 directions. Avanya, yeah.
Which one looks red?
To Avanya or just in general?
Probably to Avanya. She sees through her eyes.
In that case, she would see that there are some red swamp flowers in the last direction I described, the like patchy pool direction.
We should go to the puddles. They have red flower, and then we follow red. The red is red, and is the baby. Not my baby, the baby that we kill. Or befriend?
Your baby drives up next to you.
I cannot fault that. Oh?
He was getting jealous. I'm sorry. Continue.
Oh, yes. Baby, no need to be jealous.
Clong, clong.
I cannot fault that logic. Red it is. I may call upon someone to help us scout the area if we, but then I will not be able to call upon anybody else later.
Oh. I wonder if I could call upon somebody.
But for now, flowers sounds good.
You guys want to proceed?
I will saunter over.
Yep. And are you moving at speed or moving at like kind of normal walking pace?
Yeah, I think I'll even look back and say, we should move quickly. We've made a lot of noise.
Oh, get on, baby.
Can I?
You know,
Baby?
Baby is like surprisingly large, and to Lewyck, he would be like, no frickin' way. But Avanya is seeming to be pretty confident in it.
Well,
You have
if
to
it's your
hold
mount?
this circle, so you have to hold on the one part that has magnet that keeps upright, or else if you hold on to this part, you get crushed constantly. But if you hold on to this part, it's like it's a magnet, and then you go up, and then you stay up. So hold on to that part.
I don't see a net.
There's no net.
Magnet?
You just have to grab the handle. There's only one. Well, there's
Oh, yes.
There's two of us, so you just hold the one.
All right. I very gingerly. I feel like this is like an adult getting on a child's tricycle.
Yeah, it really is. It's precisely what it's like. Your legs would like not quite. They wouldn't touch the ground, but they like hang down uncomfortably close to the ground.
Yeah. Well, if it's a mount, it would be bad manners to say no.
Will Avanya hop up?
Yes, and then I tell baby, I go, follow the red, you can see color, and then I smack him.
Badonk, badonk.
Make him work.
And Lewyck, you would like unnaturally kind of hover in place almost. Like, Lewyck doesn't know how a magnet works, of course.
No.
However, he is thoroughly locked into place atop Baby as Baby goes and goes whizzing out over the pools. His smooth, like rotating movement means that he can go down, go over water, go up on like the sloping edges of the pools in a way that is dramatically faster than especially you trudging in your armor, but anyone trying to navigate this place by foot. Again, think of it like a Zorb. You are zorbing your way through the swamp.
Zorb is not a bad name.
Nice. As you guys are riding out, with Baby following the red, actions the two of you would like to take, especially talking if you have any.
Well, I don't think I can do much with my hands because I think I'm grabbing on for dear life.
Yeah, Lewyck would, even though he's in absolutely no danger, he would certainly feel like he's in danger.
I just like, oh.
Avanya's just making sure the stick doesn't fly off. The stick, I swear to God, is gonna be important. I don't know how yet, but it's gonna be relevant at some point.
Oh, I know it will.
I can find you another one if you need it.
This one! This is the one I found!
You can still see the pond scum in her hair from when she like ate shit in the pond.
I have a great idea, Avanya.
What is the idea?
You see that green cloth on my back? It's rolled up. Uncurl it and tie it to that stick.
Okay.
It will make a great banner.
I think I might drop it, but I'll try.
And what does the green cloth look like?
So it depicts Lewyck's father's sigil, which is a golden lion on a green field.
And
that's why it's green.
The symbolism and the craftsmanship and the kind of solemnity of this artifact would, I'm guessing maybe they wouldn't be lost intellectually on Avanya, but they would probably be lost like pragmatically and emotionally on Avanya. So she's just like, oh, good. Is she just like tying it like a handkerchief, or like what you want to do with it?
Yeah, it's very intricately like sewn, and it looks like very well taken care of.
I want to be clear. If it's like a rectangle, she's tying it in the middle of the rectangle.
It's like a tapering. It's a tapering pennant.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a triangle with tails.
Yeah, whatever the middle is completely gone.
Okay, well, I'm not seeing it. I mean, it's happening behind me, so.
I mean, Avanya might not be seeing it either. I'm very scared she's gonna drop the stick, and then whatever the stick's purpose is gone
Oh,
forever.
God.
So we'll find out.
Well, the best flag now flying.
Yep.
As you guys continue to drive, anything else that you're going to be looking for or noting? Baby has started to curl and starting to go kind of upwards, though at this point, Baby has to go a little bit slower, given that, like I said, this is like kind of hilly for a swamp, and as such, Baby has to kind of go up the like least inclined patches of like grassy, soggy slope in order to climb.
What looks red?
Again, you see that there are these little swamp flowers that Baby has been following. You
Actually,
can see. Oh, pardon. Yes.
yeah, actually, it would be nice to like. I would say, can we stop for a moment?
Hey, baby, don't move! It's too fast!
And Baby comes to a perfect stop.
And I will just say,
Dong, dong, dong.
let me take a look at one of those flowers. Anyway, do I recognize these?
And looking down, Lewyck is not like the most botanically inclined of individuals. Oh yeah, Avanya.
Like plant.
Yeah. Has he plucked a flower?
Oh, sure. I mean, he has no idea difference between flowers, though.
Exactly. And looking at it, it doesn't look like a flower he would know. But then again, he's a bit of a city boy. Avanya's proffering her hand for the plant, though.
Ah, yes. Let's at least have one of these. But it looks just like a normal flower. It doesn't look like it has some weird stuff to it.
To Lewyck's untrained eye, it looks normal enough to him.
Great.
And Avanya.
I give it to Avanya.
Baby.
Oh, one more time.
I want to take the flower and then like slap it against Baby. And then like poke it and electrocute it a little bit. Does it do anything weird?
Yes, it does do something weird. You can see the flower bleeds.
I want to lick it. Does it taste like blood?
No.
Does it taste like flour?
Not really.
What's it taste like?
Lightly sweet, herbaceous, but also like kind of a. Oh yeah, Avanya's from a modern setting. It has kind of a chemical-ish flavor to it. Kind of like anti-soap. Let me put it that way.
Am I gonna die?
If you swallow.
I take the tongue that is my one tongue. I licked it, and then I lick the tongue that I licked it on back on Baby, so that all the bad juice gets on Baby.
Yeah, exactly. Avanya cleans her tongue on her robot.
Okay.
Well, I have never seen a flower bleed before. And I've never seen a little lady lick blood before.
It's not blood. It is bad soap.
Well,
I know.
I've had experience with soap. Yes, you were there.
I was there. I
Fine.
like soap. It's very good. It make the bad bacteria go away. This bad. Oh, we can see if bacteria go away. Hold up. I want to take my shoe off.
Yep, absolutely.
How stinky is my foot? I want it to be
Not nice.
stinky.
It's pretty gross.
Great. I wanna slap the flower on my foot and see if it gets more or less stinky.
And taking a look now, Avanya does have quad +2 intelligence.
Yes.
And she also has a lab background to some degree, right?
Yes.
Even though she hasn't necessarily done like bacteria cultures before, she would notice that, first of all, over like a relatively short amount of time, the smell does intensify, and not in a nice way. And second of all, she would actually be able to see a little bacteria culture starting to grow on the goo that she's put in her shoe.
My luck is pretty bad, but Avanya is, in her backstory, a germaphobe. Can I have a little bit of hand sanitizer?
Ooh. You don't have a satchel or anything like that on you?
I have a baby. That's about it.
I don't think I can give it to you, but you do have Trips Arcane if you want to try a manifestation.
Can I manifestate some hand sanitizer, please? I would like Oh. This is weird, but this is the only thought that I have. I would like to open up baby, take a little bit of grease out, put it in my mouth, swish it around, and then it's hand sanitizer, and then spit it on my foot.
That's actually kind of sick. Now, Lewyck, watching this, like, absolutely pinnacle demonstration of courtly ladylike behavior, what would you like to do?
Stand there.
I feel like Lewyck is, like,
confused.
kind of entertained at the same time, though. This is...
Confused but smiling, and just mutter under his breath, "By Tendrony's spear. What am I watching here?" Well, if a flower bleeds, I feel that's pretty good evidence of some Scarlet witchery about.
Lewyck.
Yes.
Avanya's getting uncomfortably close to Lewyck,
Yeah.
by the way.
He does not, Matt. He does not.
Yeah, I feel like he's
We've
actually,
gotten
like...
pretty comfortable already.
He's, like, the perfect personality match to Avanya's shit, so it works pretty nicely.
Lewyck, do you
Yes?
have cheese?
Do I have cheese?
Yes.
Not of any kind that I would like to eat.
That's okay. Do you have the kind you don't want to eat?
We might have to wait a little bit for some of.
You
some
have
kind.
food of any kind.
I don't think so. I pat myself, but I can't think of anything.
Yeah.
Out in the field, I don't know if we'd collect something, but probably I haven't been here before. I think so. I wouldn't know anybody.
Yeah.
I think I just think about to arm, so I would say we'll have to wait a few minutes until I can get you some cheese. Now, what is this about cheese?
You have a spare sock.
I want to see if the bacteria from the flower will grow into a god.
So you would like some Lewyck cheese for that?
Yes, because if you put the flour in the cheese and the cheese has the flour has bacteria in it, that's why I spit on my foot. If the flour is the thing that lets the god grow, and that's why we follow, because he's red and the red make the god, and then the god is the followers, and then we can have our own god, and then the god, and we fight the god with the god, and then we all good. Then we have
All right.
real. That's good.
I've taken out my sock while you're ranting.
Yeah. By the
And
way,
say-
Avanya...
All right. Well, this won't be very comfortable.
Ingenious.
What?
Ingenious.
Thank you. Give me your sock. Okay.
You want it to be as
I take the
dirty
sock
as you.
and I want to spit on it. Wrap it in wrap it on yourself. Make it yucky. Make it disgusting.
I just this is getting very strange. I will just turn my back because I'm used to ladies here in the court. I mean, it's got some sort of privacy, and I'll start rubbing at my pits. Do a little spit on it.
Do it.
And Avanya's, like, chanting and the tiki dancing in the
Put
background.
it in your mouth and your ear. Cry your sins upon it.
Oh, God. Would Lewyck be
All right.
laughing at this point? I feel like he might, actually.
Yes.
It is legitimately disgusting, by the way. You're in a swamp.
A noble gift for a noble lady.
Thank you.
Disgusting
Oh,
sock.
so squishy and yuck. Very good. And then I'd like to put a bunch of flowers inside the sock.
She starts grabbing up like flowers from, like, the swamp grass that you guys have been following. Her robotic mount baby just kind of, like, hovers from side to side nearby. Lewyck, what would you like to do as Avanya is grabbing up the local herbery?
You said there was, like, kind of hills about?
Yeah, you guys are on the slope of one of these kind of, again, like, swampy hills that is waterlogged and has water trickling down from, like, big puddles and pools up at its top.
Yeah. I might just like luck pitch that there is a nice hill for me to go up on, and I want to be able to perhaps I want to make sure that we're not gonna I'm not gonna be snuck up on, basically.
Yep.
So I'm gonna just take somewhere where I can have a look around, like a nice little hill. And then I'm just gonna sit there on watch, basically. I'm gonna sit back on baby, put the sword across my lap, and wait for whatever
Yeah,
the little mistress is up to.
indeed. Two quick questions. First of all, are you putting your boot back on?
Yeah, so that is an uncomfortable thing about this is I'm gonna have to walk around without a sock in a swamp. But
You know what?
sacrifices have to be made.
Indeed.
So
Uh,
I will put my boot back on.
Avanya, you had a quick thing, then I will follow up with Lewyck briefly.
Oh, I was just if Lewyck's going up on a hill, I was gonna give him my stick.
Of course. In that case,
Of
Lewyck,
course.
you would be handed Avanya's precious swamp stick that she got upon entering the mission. You see that your beautiful banner has been tied in a bow in the middle of it, or like a knot, just a granny knot in the middle of it.
The glorious sign of my father and all he's done upon this. Oh, yes, well, that is a tight knot.
It will not fall off. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. A brief moment.
Yeah, give me a second too.
I'm really sorry for what this is.
Now, I don't need any markers right now. If you'd like to come briefly say hello, you may.
I'm already so sorry. Dippy, I don't know. I'm actually doing it. Oh,
You want to wave? Yay! All right, Sterling, I gotta get back.
Good night, Sterling.
And down you go. You be good to Mama, okay?
Captain, I'm very sorry.
Okay.
No, this is great.
Okay.
Pardon me. Now, anyways, so, there's a very strong knot was the last thing I heard. What's next?
Yeah.
And with Avanya having handed you your majestic standard, anything else you'd like to do as you make your way to the top of the nearby promontory that you can look out off?
Just mutter to myself, I could yell, get things moving along, but only when we're ready. Well, I'll get ready. I start taking some deep breaths.
Now, of note, as you have gotten to the top of this overlook, with Avanya kind of just down and to your right a little bit, her thunderclap early on has, again, still completely cleared the mist. It's starting to kind of filter back in, but you actually have quite a lot of field of view in one direction, like the direction you came. The other direction's a little less so, but you still can see a little bit. You can, for the first time, see some of the fauna of the Grey Fens, though admittedly they seem a little uncomfortable under the sun that is able to filter through the open hole in the mist. You see, for example, a giant toad with 3 tongues. A little ways past it, you can see a small swarm of lazy-looking giant mosquitoes that kind of flutter around, and rather than drinking blood, they're pollinating like swamp flowers. There's a bunch of peaceful wildlife that you see around. And again, in the sunlight, the Grey Fens look actually quite pretty, though they certainly don't smell it.
Is 3 tongues too many?
No.
I think upon what I've seen before. It's 3 tongues, too many tongues for a frog.
It is certainly. And you do know that the Scarlet Beast is said to have multiple tongues, though that probably has something to do with it also having multiple heads.
Avanya, down there, be careful. There be too many tongues about.
And Avanya, shoving flowers into a sock, what do you want to do?
Okay. Once I have the sock filled with flowers, I like to take it and I just want to whack it against a surface.
Yeah, rock or
and
something.
As I do, I want to use my new ability perk, which is called Work You Stupid Bitch. It's actually called Work You Stupid Thing, I'm sorry. But essentially, if I use Thunderclap while hitting something, it will do whatever the thing is supposed to do. So hopefully, this will do something. I have no fucking idea what.
Oh, that's amazing.
What is the description of that perk?
Holy shit.
So the perk is called Work You Stupid Thing. Smack an object with Thunderclap, causing electricity to surge through it and activate anything. Object may explode after.
Okay.
Perfect. In that case, the first time smack, you see that immediately, like red juices jut out, like spurt out of the sock. You slam it again. You can like already as you do so, you can like smell the bacteria being like propagated by this thing. You get spattered by some of the juices as well. And then as you do so, you start to hear something. It's faint because of your earplugs, but you do actually start to hear the faintest humming that starts to become a song.
I want to open the sock and a little friend will be in there.
Are you going to dump it out?
Yes, into my hand where the little friend will be.
And as you dump it out, you can see that what has fallen out, it looks almost like a blood clot with eyes. It's tiny and useless and kind of squirming, and it looks...
Little baby.
It looks like a pinky mouse, you know what I mean? But like gross and with like too many limbs. And it is, even though it's like mewling and like squirming, the noise that emanates from it is beautiful.
Lewyck, I this baby. Come look, it's maybe your foot, baby. And I want to go up the hill.
What in the saints?
He's a baby.
I get back up and I come down. At first I have like a slight limp, and then I'm like, I'll get used to the not having a sock. I walk over. Is that what we're supposed to slay?
Lewyck, the moment you lay eyes on this thing, you are like repulsed by it. This is like everything in your questing realm's background would say, evil, 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 kill it.
Yes.
It's our baby. Well, it's your baby and my baby. I guess it's our baby, but not our baby. But it's a baby. Not that baby, this baby.
Baby has rolled up behind you guys.
I'm very sorry. I should give you better name.
Very forward of you, little mistress, but I think that thing must be slayed.
Nice baby. It's very good. Here, he can live in the stick. I knew the stick would be important. I put him on the stick.
Are you just gonna like put him on top of it like ants on a log, or are you gonna like?
Well, maybe there's like a little hole in the stick. It was like in a rotting log in the swamp.
You do have a plus to luck. I will say, it's not a comfy knot hole, but it is a knot hole.
Easy, baby, go in the hole.
This is too easy.
Are you gonna like plug it in there like?
No, very gentle,
yeah.
it's little baby.
Now I should notice that, or I should note, Lewyck, you would be hearing the song as well. It's faint through your earmuffs, admittedly, but and even though you hear its beauty, you would feel this kind of like creeping, clinging dread in your chest just hearing it. Avanya would feel no such thing.
Lewyck, look at me. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this little slug baby, if I squash it, I kill the mission and then we go home. But that's not true, because there's another little slug baby, and that's the evil slug baby. And if we nurture our slug baby until he is strong and powerful, he can kill the other slug baby for us.
I don't know about that. I feel
That
there's
is
no
exact-
slug babies that are...
Oh, Lewyck, you are entirely right. I am so sorry. Give me your other sock. We will make an army of slug babies, and then that will defeat the current slug baby.
There are so many of these flowers about. This worries me.
Oh, God.
Lewyck, you are entirely right. I am sorry once again. We need to get you additional socks so we can use all of the flowers and make additional slug babies.
Can I look at this thing?
Oh!
Like,
Oh, you can absolutely look at it, though I will say you don't want to. It's disgusting to you. It is repulsive to you.
absolutely.
Real quick, before you look at it, Avanya, what would you like to do?
Does slug baby make little tiny slug baby flowers on the stick?
And looking at it, yes, it does.
Yeah! Slug baby make his own flowers. We make little slug baby flowers. Slug baby!
And Lewyck, looking in close to this thing, it is disgusting. It is, again, it's no bigger than a thumb. It has multiple heads, but the heads all kind of smushed together because they're underdeveloped. It has too many legs, but they're kind of smushed together because they're underdeveloped. It has too many mouths that all kind of mewl at different rates, and yet the music is so beautiful. It's so beautiful, and you hate it. And it is brilliant scarlet and magenta, and is slightly transparent like a frog.
Avanya, we can't let this sing to our ears.
Lewyck, look
Can
at
you
me.
use it to find our quarry?
I will attempt to make the slug baby sing to the song and then the song sing to us. But I would just like to point out, while I figure out the song to sing, that this slug baby, a little bit pink, not all red. Okay, continue. And then I was like, we'll save slug baby.
I will let this whoring curse survive as long as it can bring us to our quarry.
Oh!
Finish the task.
Oh! This stick was a good idea. I'd like to... Okay, you hold up. I gotta think about the stick. The stick is important. Give me a second. Do whatever you want.
got it.
I'm gonna figure this out.
Lewyck, now obviously he's feeling a lot of feelings right now, and Avanya is quite a strong force. What would you like to do?
I will walk away from her for a bit, and I feel at this point I am getting a bit stressed out about the situation.
Yeah,
Not only about
when he walks away, he cannot hear the music anymore. The little creature is too weak to sing far.
not only is she creating something related to the Scarlet Beast, I have now just realized that there are flowers all over this place that are like a some sort of connection to the Scarlet Beast. So I rise back up to the hill, and
The fog is starting to set back in again, like the mist that propagates the gray fence, so you only have a little sunlight left.
I feel like itchy. Like I start just scratching myself.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that my hair has begun to thicken.
Yeah.
As I reach up to the top of the hill, the thing that I want to do the most is scream out.
Yeah.
I look back to Avanya. She seems to be doing something with a stick. I would say, will you be ready to move quickly?
Yes, in fact, I am making the stick fast.
Fine. I will bring in. I will fill up my lungs.
Yep.
And then I will shout at the top of my voice. I will use a bestial roar, the perk to my Garen thanks. With all this irritation, all this feelings of Scarlet Beast, I feel like emanate well and resonate well with my roar. As I let out a threatening roar of otherworldly, deep, and resonating sound, it enhances the Garen thanks fear effect, and others who join in will have their voices converted to the same effect. I kind of feel like the little slug baby is already joining in. I don't know if Avanya will as well. But the hope with this is to smoke them out.
And Avanya, you would hear an unearthly roar emit from Lewyck's throat that actually you would hear has the exact same tones as the slug baby's music, but down-pitched.
That's beautiful harmony.
You would feel the instinct understanding that you can join in. You can add your voice, but you do not have to. You don't feel a compulsion to do so.
I feel so. Here's my thought: is that Avanya's been maniacally laughing this entire time as her playing with the stick is going on. So she's making noise. I feel like it might as well join in.
Yep, I think that makes perfect sense. And also Avanya's voice, she would feel take on this unearthly, like pitch shifted quality. The three of you, your voices would merge and boom out as the Garathinks activation. Avanya, tell me about the stick.
Okay, this is my plan. It doesn't have to do a lot with the stick. It mostly has to do with Slug Baby, if we're honest. I'd like to take my feathered cloak, which is AKA my cool lab coat. I'd like to tear off a little bit of it and make a little tiny cape for Slug Baby. And I feel that Slug Baby maybe is looking for Slug Mama. Because Slug Baby, I love Slug Baby with all my heart, but I cannot teach it how to be a slug. I'm not a slug. I don't know how. But Slug Baby sing his Slug Baby song, maybe want to find Slug Mama song. And so with the Talaria, he will be given new winds and new ability to travel to Slug Mama, and also is on the stick. And then I will know where he's going because he's on the stick.
Oh, God. Give me a manifestation for it. A torn scrap of feathered cloak giving you the gliding effect. That's a big one. So actually, not even a manifestation. Give me like a little more to like how you would affix the cloak onto the little creature.
Okay, so I scoop Slug Baby back in my hand.
Yeah.
And I add a note, which is remember that on the stick is the banner.
That's a good point actually too. Yeah.
Okay.
Just FYI, don't forget about that.
I feel like that helps a little bit, because then there's more cloth and more fly. Okay.
That is
great.
A very Avanya
I remember what
situation.
airplanes are in my head.
Yeah.
All right. So here's I wish I had a piece of paper. Okay. The stick is an airplane now. The stick is an airplane, and I make the little Talaria piece, right? Or not Talaria, that's the shoes maybe. I don't remember. The
Talaria
little
the
cloak
shoes.
piece.
The feathered cloak is the coat. Yep.
Okay, the feathered cloak is the cloak. I would like to pick up Slug Baby and put it around his head like a little helmet. Just like a little pilot helmet. And I would like to put him back.
Rides and like
It's okay. You'll get used to it. It's for safety. And I put him back in the hole in the stick. Right? And I want to take a little tiny piece of metal and put it and just like from baby, I take off a little piece and I put it around the hole that he's in, like a little cockpit. And then I want to take the rest of my Talaria and wrap it around the stick. And now there's two wings, cause the banner and then this. And now it's an airplane. Now it's an airplane. And I go, okay, don't fuck this up. And I want to take it and just hawk it. And if I kill Slug Baby, then Slug Baby's dead!
God damn it. Avanya engineering. And Lewyck, as the unearthly roar is emanating from your voice, you see Avanya just fucking javelin this bitch out into the mist.
I immediately chase it.
Are you continuing to roar?
Yeah, I guess. If my breath hasn't given out yet.
It's soon to.
Yeah, it's soon to. I start to run, and then when I finish the roar, I don't have anything to attack yet. So instead, what I will do is I will call back out, "Baby!"
And as you yell out, Avanya, actions you would like to take immediately after chucking the spear. If I
hear Lewyck say baby, I would like to give a nod to baby. That means follow Lewyck's commands.
Are you going to get on baby as well?
Huh?
Are you going to get on baby?
Yes. I would like to get on baby, not at baby to follow Lewyck's command, and then do like a little baby thunderclap, like to try to keep the stick afloat.
Ooh. Thunderclap is currently on cooldown.
I would like to do something thunderclap like. Hold up, 1 second.
Also of note.
Here's the thought.
Yeah,
Can I just throw my shoe at it?
You cannot see it. It's in the mist. You've thrown it into the mist.
Can I throw my shoe in its general direction?
You absolutely can do that, Avanya.
Fantastic. I will be down one shoe and nothing will have happened.
Avanya hawks a shoe in the general direction. And Lewyck, as you've gone out ahead, baby is zooming behind you, easily rolling over the water that you had to struggle through. Are you going to hop on board baby more confidently this time?
I will.
Yeah.
With my one skill.
Indeed. Throwing your much too long leg over the ball and getting on board baby. Baby continues to zoom off into the mist.
Oh, that slug!
Avanya, you see your shoe floating in a pool after you drive only like 10 seconds or so. Yep.
With my 2 luck, and I am ahead of her, I propose that as I'm moving, the shoe just hits me on the side of my helmet and falls in my hand.
A+. I am perfectly okay with that. Oh, I love it.
And I just go.
As you reboard, are you going to put the shoe back on her foot? What do you want to do with the shoe?
I don't need it on my foot.
Do it again!
Has she caught up?
Is Lewyck gonna...
Hold on a minute. I'm on baby. Is she on baby? I
Yes,
thought she was running up behind me.
She is actually
I'm
also
on
on
baby.
baby. She got onto him. And she's yelling at you to
Ah.
throw the shoe. What do you want to do?
Okay, I see. In fact, I say, if the dame offers her foot.
Does the dame offer her foot?
Oh.
No.
Fine. just throw it on her chest then.
No, she want... Okay, Avanya, are you going to shove it back into his hand and make him throw it?
No, you throw it at the stick!
Oh, the stick!
Oh, God.
I cannot catch up with you. All right, so let's see.
You have no idea
With
where the
my-
stick is, by the way.
0 sensory, 1 skill.
Baby, find the stick, get us close!
Did the stick already fall? I'm gonna be so sad if the stick fell.
I close my eyes and I I think of all the time I've been under that banner, being called the Lion's Claw for doing the tasks that my father felt not suited to. And I kind of think about that, think about the banner, and then I throw the shoe.
The shoe
And
vanishes.
in some way, maybe...
Lewyck has +2 might, by the way, so this shoe goes. This shoe's going into the mist.
I have 0 arcane, but perhaps this could be a little manifestation of something. I'm just considering, like, the banner usually calls upon allies.
Yeah.
And therefore, I am calling upon myself to my banner.
And as the shoe vanishes into the mist, are you guys going to keep driving on in the general direction Avanya hawked the stick?
Stick might have moved. I told the little slug baby to move the stick where he desired.
In fact, what I'll do is I'll keep my eyes closed, and I'm going to hold my arm out, and I'm just going to hope like I feel like some tug or something.
Are you... Okay, this is going to be something that is entirely instinctive to Lewyck. Are you going to try to steer baby to kind of go in the direction that feels right?
I can assist.
Oh, pardon, Avanya?
Yes.
I would just like to assist Lewyck in, like, connecting with baby.
Yeah.
I would like to take out I'd like to take out my screw baby ear and put it in Lewyck's hand so that he has a connection to baby.
Oh, that's very nice. You can see that you have one of these little screws in your hand.
I grab the screw, and as far as I've seen the connection to baby happen before, I slam the screw onto baby while keeping hold of it. And I'm going to have it like a joystick.
And baby, like, wildly steers to follow Lewyck's path, though, of course, you two are, like, gyroscopically stabilized on top. As you go shooting out, you go over brackish pools, you lump your way over big heaping piles of stinking moss, you zip your way between, like, a number of standing, like, again, like, walls of swamp grass between trees. This is way farther than Avanya could possibly have thrown unassisted, of course. However, as you guys are moving, you see, well, Avanya would see, Lewyck would yet. Avanya would see her shoe floating on the water. Does she want to try to grab it as she's going past, or is she leaving the shoe?
I don't give a shit about the shoe. I want the stick. I have a second shoe. I can be barefoot. I don't care.
Indeed.
I want the stick.
And then, as baby shoots around a corner where a huge, like, fallen tree stands, Lewyck's hand would immediately clasp around the stick.
I feel like I did this entirely like those people with that detect for water with the.
I feel it's more like Inigo Montoya with the "Father Guide My Sword" thing in Princess Bride. You know what I mean?
I grasped the banner, and I said, "Yes, a good knot."
And Avanya, you would notice two things. One, the banner had been, like, sticking out of, like, a dirt embankment, right? So just, like, like in that, like that, right? Second of all, the baby is nowhere to be seen inside of it.
Baby. No. Oh no, he's lost in the mud. Maybe he happy in the mud.
However, the music persists.
Wait, you like the mud? Oh, little baby, find big. Oh, oh.
We
Is
are
there,
in the den now. I
does the
get off the
music sound
baby.
like it's harmonizing?
Yes, and it's loud.
Stay close to me.
Lewyck, we found Slug Baby Mama. He's here.
Sir, slug baby brother.
Okay, okay. What do slugs like? They don't like salt.
It is no slug.
And as
It is
Lewyck says
her.
this, the two of you are slammed from above as something large and human-shaped leaps at you from the bank and knocks the two of you off of Baby into the swamp water below. Immediate reactions, neither of you have the reflex or the sensory to be ready for that attack. Lewyck is in front of Avanya, meaning that he takes the brunt of it, but both of you go over and down into the water. Immediate reactions first from Lewyck. You can feel and see what's on top of you, but it's like a blur because of how fast this happened. You just feel the immediate impact force, the overwhelming like imbalance that knocks you off of Baby, and you feel yourself plunging down into the muddy water.
I think I would react protectively to cover over Avanya to make sure like no weapon or something would strike at her. I think we would both fall, and then what I would do is as I'm landing, I would like to. I mean, I don't have like a lot of reflex, but I would like to try to roll out of the way while simultaneously just throw Avanya as far like to. I guess if I'm rolling to the right, I would like throw her in that direction.
Would have been an excellent maneuver were it not the fact that you're landing in water. No roll was to be had that day. As you land in the mud, you can like you're temporarily your head is submerged, right? And you can feel a set of heavy arms grappling around your head and your arms to try to pin you in place.
Okay. All my weapons are quite long, but I do have another set of weapons that some might forget about.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm quite irritated because we have just fallen to the ground. I think I would probably be like over Avanya, which might even be restricting her. I think I would like see that she's there and I would feel this behind me and I would yell out in rage and I would twist about to try to punch that person.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe miss, but what might happen is my beast claws finally come out.
Yeah.
A set of foot-long claw-like blades embedded in the user's knuckles can be produced or retracted at will with an intense flexing of the hand. It takes a couple of moments. Maybe this is happening as I'm like, as I swing back. And at the time, it's going to cause substantial pain.
Yep. And Avanya, you feel just bowled into the water. You feel Lewyck wrap around you to protect you, and you are submerged just for a moment.
Okay.
As you are kind of like your head bobs to the surface, you would see Lewyck kind of over you for a moment before he starts to turn roaring towards whatever hulking figure is behind him. You can see arms are wrapped around Lewyck trying to restrain him. What do you want to do? You're in the water. Your back is to the ground.
I feel that Avanya, in her time with Baines, has become adept at mud.
Yes.
So I think she would have an easier time getting up, and also an easier time knowing how to sink people. So I think she would try to get up, get to whoever this is, and try to drag them into the mud.
Okay, is she gonna try to like worm her way like under Lewyck's legs or like around his side? Like, how does she want to get to them? Because they're behind Lewyck and Lewyck is in front of her.
Avanya's gonna get distracted, dude. This is the issue with her.
Yeah.
Okay. Avanya learned not to let people die, because that's how bad things happen. Okay, not gonna get distracted. Everything's fine. She's gonna try to work her way around Lewyck and then try to drag the other person in the mud and not think about all the things she's thinking about.
Absolutely. As she is struggling around to get to him, Lewyck, as you wrench around and strike, you would feel like the claws would actually sink into something. However, at the same time, you finally get a face-to-face look with towards the person. You can see a hairy, contorted human face. You can see it has been elongated in some places, shortened in others. There's gum and teeth exposed in one place. There are veins bulging around their eyes. They are scarlet in hue, though only so far as it reaches the depths of their pupils. As they stare into your face and snarl wildly, blood pouring from the arm that you ripped, their hand lunges to your face and tries to like tear off your helmet. What do you want to do?
All right, perfect. I was gonna do. I was rearing back, and then it grabs at my my face,
Mhm.
and how loose is my helmet? Like, does my helmet seem like it's coming off?
Normally your helmet is very well secure, but you immediately feel the strength of the beast loyal as it grabs you.
It's been wet and mudded. So if nothing else, I would actually like to luck pitch that it does fall off.
Absolutely. The beast
And
loyal
as it
rips it
slips
off.
I rear forward to do a headbutt. But as I'm doing this, I would like to do something else. Can okay, I have 2 to 3 different ways this could go. What do I have any? So below my armor, because this is V1 full armor.
Mhm.
Like, would I have some chain or something
Yeah,
below it?
you would
I guess.
have layers.
Okay. I would like to use shield wall. Shield wall is going to emanate out of these chains to make spiky shields. And as I slam into him with my head, I want these shields to be as part of the impact force.
Oof, that's quite cool.
If it goes around my face, I would literally like to be like just chains jutting out from the sides of my face as I slam into him.
Yeah, you could totally have a coif of some kind. Additional paired action beyond just the headbutt.
Let's say that it's like it looks like a little lion's mane.
Yeah.
Slam.
An additional paired action. What do you want to do?
Okay. Little paired action. I think the the paired action is that as these things come out like the mane of a lion, and my hair's starting to thicken, and I become a bit more like this fur. I would like to literally just my beast claws are out, and I'm gonna start like hacking away like a fucking predator, slashing away at something threatening.
Yeah. Is the shield wall like a part of your armor, or is it going to be like hovering in midair and just kind of move with you for the bash?
I was considering that it would be part of my armor, but if you think it's easier for it not to be, I'm
No,
okay
I
with
actually
that.
think it makes more sense based on the energy work at play here.
Yeah.
And so, in that case, as you rip and slam forward into the beast loyal, this is the point at which Avanya has gotten around and to the legs. You would find that the person is really as much animal as man. To give you a rough analogy, imagine like a not goat specific satyr. But not that Avanya would know that term, but for Mary's sake. But a muscled, powerful, twisted, mighty enemy. That said, you're by the left knee. What do you want to do?
Let's see. Mud. How does mud work? It's probably harder to move at the top, but easier to move at the bottom. I don't know. Avanya knows. Mary doesn't. But try to push. I guess just kick him in the back of the knee so his leg collapse. That's probably the easier way to do it, right? And then not get distracted by the thing that I want to do real bad.
And in that case, as Avanya gives him a sharp little kick in the back of the knee, Lewyck would plow in with this like slashing headbutt, and the beast loyal would be driven down into the mud himself. You can see that he was like gouged in the face by the spines that Lewyck is emanating, and Avanya would see that Lewyck's armor would look quite different. It would look like it had grown around his face to kind of rim his face, and it would also be like jutting out spines from him as well. He also has claws emanating from his hands, and so you would see him like framed above you just as the beast loyal trips past you.
You are slug baby?
I wait, has it gotten out of my grip?
He's been knocked down into the mud. It's too slippery for you to hold on to him like that.
Okay.
But badly slammed and gouged by your attack. Responses to Avanya in that moment.
It was very quiet. Avanya's usually louder.
Actually,
than
in that case, yeah, you still have earplugs in, though they are waterlogged. So, yeah, you would absolutely not hear Avanya. Immediate follow-ups from Lewyck.
I mean, I would try to just grab a hold of him any way I can. If that means stomping down on a limb,
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. And I'm just gonna hack away. I mean, I was hoping to even just slam at him with my face as I'm hacking away with my fists, and even use my head as not just like an axe, but also just a slash with these spines that I have.
Yep. Avanya, as Lewyck is ripping open the beast loyal in the mud, what do you want to do?
you're good at killing, and then she's gonna turn around and do the thing that she wanted to do the whole time. Okay, great. Avanya knows life in mud, because with the Banes were born from mud and knows what life looks like, and it looks like more solid mud, and so she wants to figure out where Slug Baby is by finding the mud that's less squishy.
Okay. Are you going to head over to where the stick impacted?
That's smart. Oh, because I also want to use the stick as a sign that I'm with Slug. Okay, yes. I want to go back to the stick and the slug, and then I get the stick, and then the stick means I'm queen. Yes.
You find Baby there, who is waiting patiently for you.
Oh, hello, baby. You're very good. Give me stick. You have no arm.
Yeah,
I
there
get
is no
stick.
arm. Jeez.
Vanya gets stick.
Pulling the stick out of the mud. After doing so, she would notice two things. First of all, she, in addition to the song that has been playing this whole time, she would also hear an eerie howling in the mist. A howling that sounds... It is wolf or animal-like, but there is a human quality to it as well. And she sees shifting shapes in the muddy bank above her. Not immediately above her, but like in the trees just beyond.
Do they look like a wolf?
Hard to tell. Just see movement.
Does the howl sound like it's coming from Lewyck?
I honestly can't tell because of your earplugs, but could be.
What if I took one of the earplugs out just for like a half a second and then shoved it back in?
And as you take it out for half a second, this howl definitely not Lewyck.
Okay, cool. I would like to take the stick so everybody knows that I am Slug Queen. And then look for my Slug Baby.
Okay, and you said you're looking for a more solid patch of mud.
Yeah, but not like mud gets more solid as it's closer to like actual dirt, in the middle of the mud, the solid mud. Yeah. And also like slug vibes.
Very much slug vibes. Along those lines, any ideas for a manifestation to help you with this, given that it is a bit of a needle in a haystack sort of thing? A slug baby in a marsh, so to speak.
Slug baby in March. Okay, hold up. Give me half a second. Go back to Lewyck. I need a second.
Lewyck, the beast loyal, as you like lift him from the mud, is ripped open by your head armor and your claws, and even to some degree your hands. And when the beast loyal stops moving and stops looking anything like a living creature, what do you want to do with it?
I think I keep slashing at it for a little too long.
Yeah.
And then I kind of breathe deeply. Mistress.
And this is when you hear the howling as well.
I think you are a slug baby, but old.
You would hear her voice.
What has become of me?
Avanya would not hear that part.
I will say, so do I see something above?
Where are you looking? Are you looking towards like the muddy bank where you found the stick? Are you looking out into like the big like patchy pool you're currently in? Are you looking up? Or are you looking out? Where?
It just seemed like Avanya was talking to something and not me.
Are you going to look around to see what she's talking to?
Yeah, I think I she is looking at me.
Yeah.
Me? I'm Slug Baby? What do you mean?
And as
Are you saying that loud?
He is, but he's saying it far too quietly for Avanya to hear him, especially as she's looking through mud. Lewyck would, however, see the shadows in the trees on the muddy bank much closer to Avanya than to you.
I need to cleanse myself. I need to be true to my father. I take out my sword, and I want to use that as a small. I mean, it's very brief. I guess I can extend it, but I think it was poignant. Can I do a to arms to uh, conjure up? I don't know if it should be a bucket or a vial. I think actually it would be the most appropriate would probably be a vial of soap, like I used to slay the
The Banes.
the shed.
Evil Lily.
Yeah, I would say only because of your experience on that last mission and being with Avanya now would I count soap as a weapon for Lewyck's purposes. Yes.
Exactly. And it's both to maybe cleanse myself and maybe to defeat this
Yeah.
corruption.
A bottle
foot.
of soap.
I have it in my left arm, and I have my sword.
Yep.
And I will drip some of the soap on my sword.
Yep.
And then I will charge towards Avanya because I know that something's coming for her.
Avanya, actions you would like to take. All that you would see, you would not hear a lot of what Lewyck said, but you would, like, roughly register while you are searching him conjure a bottle of something and pour it on his sword.
Okay, I got two things.
Two things.
Number one, the reason why I'm able to track down Baby, Slug Baby. Robot Baby, I have told Robot Baby about Fish Baby, and I think Robot Baby is jealous. And so I think Robot Baby would use his robot powers to try to find Slug Baby so he can kill it so that my love is not divided. That's number one.
Avanya's baby collection grows ever larger.
Babies. Number two, I suddenly realize, and I'm gonna turn around as I see Lewyck running at me with the sword. But before I register, I'm just gonna go, Lewyck, you are Slug Baby but old. Eat the flowers. And then I see you running at me with the sword, and I go, are you going to kill me? What the hell? You saved me.
And Lewyck, you would see a beast loyal leaping from the bank towards Avanya's back.
Yeah, I charge past her as I slash my sword, and at first what I do is I slash short, so I'm not because I'm worried that it might be too fast for me.
Yeah.
But what I'm doing is to splash some of that soap as I wave the sword in front of me, and then I will follow through.
Yep, absolutely. And in this case, as you do your initial slash, Avanya, you are like shoved bodily to the side, and you can hear Lewyck's blade smash against like something that sounds almost like steel. Lewyck would see that the beast loyal has parried it with their awful claws. And but given that it was a shorter slash, the soap sprays into its face. And you can see it drops, snarls, and recoils back towards the muddy bank. And you can see that the soap has made, like, angry patches on its face.
Mm.
The thrust that you follow up with, it immediately dodges back from. It's back to the bank, but you know them to be agile enough to be able to escape if it needs to. There are other shadows above it on the bank as well. There's at least 3 of them right here. Avanya, first of all, the Eat the Flowers line. Ingenious. Second of all, as Lewyck shoves you to the side, and you hear the clash of battle just behind you, what do you want to do?
I'm trying not to like completely like send you off. Like I was trying to be like a protecting knight, but it does slightly hit you. That makes sense.
You would need to get her out of the way in order to cut at her assailant. Okay, yes, Mary.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I want to grab as many flowers as I can and start trying to shove them at your mouth while you're doing this.
No, there'll be time for you to gather flowers first at the very least. God. Now, Avanya is starting to gather up as many of the little red swamp flowers as she possibly can. Lewyck, you don't know what she's doing, or she's behind you. What would you like to do as the beast loyal has leapt backwards, splotchy patches on its face, its snarling, contorted, hideous visage, like baring its teeth at you, and its tongue flicking out like a snake?
I think I go to reach for my shield, and then realize the claws might not be like the shield won't. I don't think will counteract claws that well. Instead, then I will look down curiously at my arm. I've never released these beast claws before.
Yeah.
And I just slowly begin to flex.
Yeah, you feel the intense pain of them. Though with double plus resilience, this is far from overwhelming. It's just nasty pain.
The beasts have you. How about it then? And I step forth, but not too far. I don't want to step away from Avanya because I'm worried that there are more in the fence.
Absolutely. And as you do so, the one that you're facing towards gives a from its mouth, and it hawks a jet of something towards your face. What do you want
Perhaps
to do?
a shield would have been good. So instead, I will slash with my sword and hope to use the
magic
parrying
yeah,
magical.
Yeah, Lewyck would
ability.
literally cut the jet out of the air, and it would like spray harmlessly to either side of him. The beast loyal immediately after spitting lunges towards you, but as you cut its jet, you can see that it is completely open, given that it's coming in like a full tackle to try to pin you to the ground.
I just punch directly at its face.
And
with the beast claws.
With double plus might and a single skill, your claws sink clean into its eyes and through its forehead. You have literally impaled it on your claw.
Yeah. I swipe around, worrying that there's another threat to come out.
Immediately you are correct, because the other two that were on the bank had leaped to attack as well and are trying to flank you on two sides. Your sweep keeps one of them at bay.
Yeah. I swipe with my sword, and then as I keep rotating, because I know there's another one.
Yep.
I just try to launch the one that I've impaled with my beast claws at that one that stepped backwards.
Yep, absolutely. And as you continue your spin, the one on your other side is going for Avanya. She is like 2 paces behind you, still gathering flowers, but your spin is not going to be in like direct line to catch it. What do you want to do?
Avanya! Dodge!
Avanya, actions you would like to take leading up to this point. You've been gathering flowers. Any other notes you have before Lewyck's yell reaches your ears?
Before? No. I am getting flowers with, 2 intentions. 1, make Lewyck eat them. 2, put them in the dead people. That's my second plan.
And in that case, you would hear Lewyck's voice, even through your earmuffs. You would hear him scream for you to dodge. What do you want to do?
I have my stick that represents me being the Queen of Slugs. To me, I don't know if it'll have any weight to these people. Yeah. But I will take the stick and try to, like, duck down and use it to, like, block, I guess.
Yep. And it would seem as though this absolute knave does not respect the authority of the Queen of Slugs, and your stick snaps as it effortlessly breaks it. And grabs Avanya by the scruff and starts to pick her up.
Absolutely, how dare. I want to take my toolbox, aka my thunder hammer, and just, like, hit him in the side with it.
And as your toolbox clongs into the side of the Beast Loyal's head, you can see it is staggered, and yet, rather than letting you go, it just pulls you into a bear hug as it starts to tumble down into the mud.
Oh, no.
How old is he?
You have no idea, because it's so bestial in nature. It could be anywhere from, like, originally a 50-year-old man to a 20-year-old man. You don't know.
My brain said little kiss, but I think that's wrong. If we're going into the mud, I'll hope that my experience with mud will be fine.
Avanya's experience with mud sounds like an article in, like, a magazine or something.
It's really good for your skin, y'all. It's rejuvenating.
Especially Bairn mud. That's the best for you.
Yeah, Bairn mud's the best. It actually brings you back to life. Okay. Slug Baby's gotta have some loyalty to me and to the stick. Fuck. I feel like Slug Baby's gonna get mad, but I have no control over Slug Baby. Okay, I just gotta do stuff on my own, I guess.
Real quick, Lewyck, responses as Avanya goes down. The sequence of her getting, like, grabbed, dong, pulled down into the mud. What do you want to do?
Can I go over and I mean, it's got to be bigger than Avanya, right?
Oh, much.
Yeah. As I pace over, I go to stomp with my foot first.
Yeah. And in this case, since you're like slogging through like ankle, not more than ankle, like shin deep water to get there, Avanya, immediate actions as you hit the water again.
Fuck. Do I know that Lewyck's here right now?
No. You just heard him yell
Oh,
for
fuck.
you, and he yelled from close by.
Okay. Okay. If the water's right here, I've been electrocuted a lot. Fuck it. I'll take out one of my thunderbolts and try to stab it up into him. And if I get electrocuted through the water, I'll deal with it.
In the moment that you are taking out your bolt, by the way, you would feel its teeth sink into your cheek.
Oh, I hate that. That's yucky. I guess I still do the same thing, cause I don't know, cause that's gross.
And Lewyck would catch a piece of this as well, given his proximity and water and metal. There's a sudden surge of lightning that emanates out. Avanya, that one hurt. Fortunately, it lets go of your cheek. That's something at the very least. However, you are completely and utterly frazzled by your bolt and are not only in pain, not only you can hear your heartbeat in your ears, not only is the world kind of jittering uncomfortably before your eyes, but also you are completely stunned, at least for the moment. Lewyck, you are not stunned. The bolt hurts and would like briefly jerk your body, but what do you want to do from here? You can at least
think I've
see
grown-
that Avanya and the beast oil have separated in the water.
I think I've grown quite fond of Avanya, and I think that as I get shocked, I think I'm still trying to overpower it due to like my like nightly action of protecting a dame.
Yeah.
And so I charge through, I yell out for my pain. I don't have will, but I do have resilience.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still gonna and I still try to stomp and then stab at it with my sword.
And you feel your sword hit it true. Immediate follow-ups.
All right. I drop the sword for a moment. It's stuck on the body.
Yep.
As I go back to my half pike.
Yep.
And take that out just in case the other guys, because there's still one guy left.
And sure enough, the others, the last one is almost on top of you, but you get your half pike to bear in time, and the beast loyal leaps back.
I grab my shield, and I go forward to try to again get it away from Avanya if necessary.
And as it snarls and gurgles at you, Avanya, you come back to being able to move. What do you want to do? Your cheek is throbbing in pain.
Number one thing I'd like to do is not drown.
Yeah.
So get out of water/mud.
You take a huge gulp of air. You were in like a slightly deeper pool than Lewyck was at the time, and so you're like sitting. You are like up to your ribs.
Okay. Great. Do I see what Lewyck's doing?
Yes, you can see that he is standing like 4 or 5 paces away from you with a big shield and spear out, and there's another yucky guy beyond him.
Avanya, do you live?
Where's baby?
Actual baby or slug baby?
Robot baby.
Okay, robot baby is zooming over towards you at speed.
Hey, I want to point at the evil guy.
Yeah.
So that robot baby knows to run him over.
And robot baby like changes off track, and Lewyck would hear it kind of zooming up on side. You'd see the beast loyal's eyes are locked on yours.
Perfect.
And then,
so
yeah.
I mean, I've had military training. Cavalry charges are a thing.
Yep.
I think like I'm the spearman here, and that's the cavalry. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna position myself in a way so that I'm kind of ushering it towards where that thing's coming in. Yep. And then if he's gonna dodge out of that, I'm gonna charge forward with a bash.
And as you do so, the beast loyal's eyes remain locked on you. And as baby rolls up, it, still drawn by Garethynx, is decked. And completely bowled over into the marsh. Baby drives over and then like backs up and goes over him a couple more times to be sure.
I also go over there.
Yeah.
And just start stabbing with the pike.
You looking for your computer, love?
You.
I don't have your phone. Huh? Where's your phone? Well, I can't help you find it right now. I'm sorry, love.
Okay, well, thank
computer has been acquired. Pardon me. Anyways. Yeah, so rushing over and finishing it off with a stab, yeah?
Lewyck, eat this! And Avanya is waving flowers that have been crushed and covered in mud and horrible water.
Of note, Baby has zoomed over to Avanya immediately, and Lewyck can see Avanya's cheek has been mangled and is bleeding profusely.
I drop my things and or at least spike the half bite down.
Yeah.
And I say, "Are you all right?" I lean down to you.
I feel like is adrenaline taking over enough that I don't feel this, or do I feel it?
You don't. You feel it throbbing, but I mean, it's honestly, it feels like you're under a local. Let's put it that way.
Wait.
Look, eat these. Eat it. In your
Handful
mouth.
of
Chew
nasty,
with your
smushed
teeth.
flowers.
I will eat it if you take this. And I splash down soap onto my hand, and I will wipe her face as I take the flowers. And I think I think like if it wasn't for the moment that right now I'm feeling very protective over you, and I'm trying to make you feel better, and in fact in like a rally because I have vitality,
Yeah, it is
and that's
a rally.
what I'm trying to do, or a heartening in V2.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try stabilizing her wound by just going along with her shenanigans and not thinking about it, and also with the soap.
Yeah, and Avanya would feel it sting viciously, but being a germaphobe, she'd be quite used to soap sting. And as Lewyck puts this wad of disgusting shit in his mouth, it would taste like bog, initially, and then it would get this absolutely disgusting, acrid chemical taste to it. Like,
Look, I'm really sorry. It might have been poison.
I will say, wait, I thought there was just some healing flower or something.
No, it tasted like poison to me, but I thought since you were slug baby dad that it would be good for you.
Lewyck can feel the juices dripping down his throat, and his gorge would rise.
I take out a petal, and now like I fully realize what I've actually eaten.
Yeah.
The same thing that
same
we just
thing.
made a little scarlet homunculus out of.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you are slug baby dad, and slug baby formed from flower, and so I thought you would have special like super secret powers from it.
What do you mean, slug baby dad? I take out my ear. I must not hear you well.
And the music would come streaming into Lewyck's ear. It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful that the world falls away around you. You are all the pain and the tiredness and the exhaustion lift from your shoulders immediately as the music swarms into your mind.
I'm so sorry. I fucked it up again.
I think can I be lucid enough to continue the line of questioning at least? Like I think I'm stupefied enough to not block my ear back. And I think I'm
You'd be able to ask questions,
enough.
but it would be less intense. It would be like he would be less angry just because of the music.
Okay. What do you mean? Why do you say I'm slug daddy?
Cause he came from your sock, and then you turned into bear, dog, fish guy, and you got this stuff, and they got this stuff, and then baby,
wait, and I shove some of the flowers into a dead guy. Maybe it'll do something and it'll prove my point. I don't know.
Lewyck,
I grab at my banner or the stick, which I think you have in your hand, right?
It's broken.
Half of it.
But yeah, but the half that she has is the one that has the banner tied to it.
Okay. I say, this is my father's banner, but he adopted me. I don't know who my actual father is.
And Lewyck, how are you not going to vomit?
Oh,
Maybe vomit.
um,
Maybe vomit. That's an option.
yeah.
This is
Why
me.
am I
Not
stopping from vomiting? I'm fine with it.
Mostly
I
because
feel like
vomiting in front of a lady is probably something Lewyck would be kind of
ah
reluctant to do.
yes, I see. I think you're right. I think I will say a moment. Ah!
And he throws up wildly. Like, his guts turn over on themselves. Wait, one more time?
Are there slug babies in the vomit?
Are you going to go check?
Yes.
Ah, classic Avanya,
Immediately.
sifting through vomit in a swamp.
Wait, no, wait.
And Avanya would find another mewling little pinky.
I pick it up and show it.
Look, you slug baby dad, look!
This one, by the way, is bigger than the last one and more developed, though not by much. It's still useless and helpless.
As I look at it, do I have the same reaction as I had before?
Yes, though this one tinted with horror. But you feel the emotions way less strongly because the music is so beautiful that it's hard to feel upset about anything.
The paternal love.
Am I just willingly not going to be able to put the ear back on?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just confirming. That's what I thought.
Of course.
Give him kiss, your baby.
That one I don't think Lewyck would be able to bring himself to do even with the music, by the way.
Avanya shoves it towards his face.
Yeah.
Avanya, we're in danger. We have to find our quarry.
Yes, cause he's your baby, and maybe you the guy's baby, and then we will find him through fatherly love.
Avanya, as you are saying this, the slightly more developed, like, little pinky in your hand chomps on your thumb hard.
That's very bad,
No.
and I smack him.
It gives a little and, like, retracts.
And then-
Though, again, it would still just sound like more music.
I grab it.
Yep.
Back.
Lewyck snatches the little squirming little twerp.
I hold it tightly.
Maybe he need love.
I don't know if you guys can hear me sigh.
I
I'm
don't.
sighing.
I got
It's
the
just
vibe.
sighing deeply. I sheath my weapon, but I think I might squish it if I'm still feeling it
Wait.
being horrible.
The music
Do I
is
get
not going to let
vibes
you
from his
squish it.
face that he looks like he's gonna squish it?
No, you would not, because the music would make him look honestly calm and maybe even relaxed. But Lewyck would not be able to bring himself to squish it, at least not now.
Okay. I don't know how to feel when I'm both horrified by it, but also calmed by it.
Yeah, it's such a weird mixture of emotions. I don't know how most people would react to that combination of emotions, but they're so strong.
Give him back. He will not bite me twice because he did it once and he learned his lesson.
I will hold it. What do you need to do?
Lewyck, you would notice that Avanya's thumb is looking bad.
Take this. I give her the bottle of soap.
Yep, mostly empty at this point.
Did I drink it? That seems bad.
No, I don't think so. But it keeps this festering cur away.
Okay.
What's in her pocket?
As she does so, she would start to notice her thumb smarting. The adrenaline is wearing off, and so her cheek is hurting worse, but also her thumb is looking like puffy and red.
Put it on your thumb. Dip your thumb in it.
Bonk.
It's a little better. Still hurts and sore.
Okay, Slug Baby will lead us to Slug Daddy that is not you, the different Slug Daddy that we need to kill. But Oh! Do you have string?
I look to my banner, and I think because of the song, I might do this.
Yeah, I think you might too, actually.
and I catch one of the tails of the banner and rip it.
Yeah. The threads are left bare.
Neat.
I'm like, yep.
Okay, I would like to make a little leash for Slug Baby number 2.
Absolutely doable.
Okay, I'd make a little leash, put it on him, and then I just throw him at the mud.
It squirms and wriggles and like moans to the sky, turning into music. And you do see it is moving, albeit slowly.
That's okay, we got time. I think. I don't know.
Avanya, we must move.
I don't know how to make him go faster!
Then give it to me.
Hey, I give you the leash.
Avanya, you would also notice that Baby is at your side too.
I was thinking about putting him on Baby, but I think Baby would get mad and squish him.
Yeah, that's kind of a tough one. There can only be one Baby.
I say, Baby, let's move again.
Are you going to climb onto Baby?
Yeah.
As Lewyck does so, he would notice the pinky trying
Armor
to bite
Baby.
at his fingers and hands, but of course he's armored.
Yeah. And I will hold this out and I say, you've made of my blood and made of cur. Point me to your brother.
And it reaches out and wriggles and twists and wriggles and twists, but you can see it is wriggling in a not straight direction, like not straightforward direction. It's angled slightly.
We go.
And as Lewyck is going, he is starting to feel like he is falling asleep. Kind of like when you're out driving late at night, you know what I mean? And you're on very little sleep. Avanya, your cheek is killing, and your thumb is not tremendously better.
They got one plan for this, and it's a bad plan, which is just to electrocute myself, and then that will be painful. And then I won't feel the cheek pain.
That is a
Feels
very
like a bad
Avanya plan.
Feels like a bad plan, but does feel like a plan. I'm gonna hold off on it for a little bit longer, but if it
Yes.
really starts to hurt, then I'll electrocute myself.
Quite. And Lewyck, you would be steered by the squirming spawn out from the patchy pool area that you guys were fighting in into woods. And from there, through to a section of very large tree trunks, so big that like ponds and rivers form inside of them. And in some cases, the tops have come off to make these like hollow half pipes where plant life grows and water flows. And as you are doing so, the little squirming creature finally stops squirming quite as much, and you can see starts going back to try to bite your fingers. And as you round the bend, you can see in a great hollowed log ahead of you a carpet of red flowers. It's waterlogged as per usual, and it's hard to tell how deep it is, like a heavy lily pad covered pond, right? But in this case, the teeny little button red flowers are everywhere.
We have found
Okay.
it.
I have a confession.
Yes.
Baby is worth a lot to me. But at the end of the day, he is worth 4 stickers out of 10. And then I will kill him if I have to, and I will be so sad. But if I have to make him be a bomb and send him into this slug world, I will. Baby, I am so sorry.
Baby does not understand what's going on.
Avanya is in emotional
Baby
turmoil
slug.
now.
Yes.
The thought.
Lewyck, you are still in this kind of drifty, dreamlike state where you feel like you're going to pass out any moment.
The beast's magic is a lot about dominance.
Yep.
I feel like, tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like the reaction would be, as I look to this thing, and she starts crying about killing her own baby slug, I feel like my reaction would be to eat it.
Is this like swallow or like rip it apart with your teeth?
I mean, I'm in an altered state, so I guess I'll allow you to to lean either direction. I'm comfortable with either.
And as you do so, ripping out a chunk of it,
It's your baby!
Lewyck does not respond, and you can see that he eats it thoughtfully, almost like a peach. He doesn't really make much expression. It's casual, almost.
Oh. At this point, Avanya, I want to make it clear that Avanya has not noticed that the earplug has fallen out of one of the ears, and that's why I haven't done shit about it. In this moment, can Avanya smack Lewyck across the head for eating his baby on the side of the ear, on the side of the head that has the earplug missing?
Yes.
Great.
And you would notice the earplug is not there. Lewyck wouldn't even react, by the way. He has not only double plus resilience, but is under a heavy altered state.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take the screw.
Oh my god.
And dip it in some mud and then bam.
Ow!
Why was the mud
I
necessary?
have a lot of strength. I don't have a lot of strength. It's not gonna be that bad.
Oh, it is bad. Lewyck, all that beautiful drifting sensation was replaced with a screaming pain in your ear.
Ow! I think I fall backwards off of
you'd fall off of baby.
Metal baby.
Yep. And just like screaming and clutching your ear, and it's punctured your eardrum.
Yeah.
But the song's gone.
I heard it. The song. Our song.
You would throw up again, by the way. Without that altered state, eating that thing is so stomach-churningly disgusting, you wouldn't be able to take it. Avanya, as Lewyck is laying in like the pond scum covered surface of the water, puking his guts out, screaming in pain, what would you like to do?
I'd like to apologize to everyone, first of all. Dear God, I'm so sorry. Okay, that's number one.
This is
Number
what we
two.
sign up for when we invite Avanya on a mission.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, okay. Number two, okay. Apologize to everybody. Apologize to Lewyck for breaking his eardrum. Apologize for Baby for saying I was gonna explode him. Okay. And we're gonna get off of Baby.
Yep. Baby contentedly sways.
Okay, I'm glad Baby's not sad. Okay, there's probably a giant monster.
Lewyck, are you dead? Or can you, like, if a giant monster came out of that pit, can you kill it?
Lewyck, you feel absolutely fucking awful, but you do feel like you can stand.
I'm like considering if I can. Oh.
I'm really sorry.
Can I, as I get up, can I say, can I just like hold out my hand to Avanya?
Avanya, what would you like to... I would actually imagine she feels actually guilty.
Avanya feels very bad.
Yeah.
Avanya likes fucking around, but she honestly doesn't like the find out part. If
No.
Lewyck holds out a hand, Avanya would put the very tip of one of her fingers in as a sorry.
A genuine question as well. Alex mentioned earlier that Lewyck is actually like remarkably fond of Avanya after all this.
Lewyck, Avanya likes Lewyck. He was
Yeah.
the chillest on that mission, on the rescue mission,
Yeah,
whereas
exactly.
everybody else was like exploding shit and ripping up her journal. Lewyck was like, "Hey, I get it, you don't like us, but like we're trying to help you." Like Avanya
exactly.
likes Lewyck. She feels very bad. I'm sorry, I burst your eardrums. You needed something in your ear, and that was the thing that was an ear. And I was like, "This is an ear. It should go in your ear. That makes sense."
And this is all
sorry.
put into this little teeny touch into Lewyck's hand. What does he want to do?
I
You have
grasp
a
onto
plus
the
to
finger.
spirit, by the way, right?
I do have a plus to spirit.
In that case, Avanya's an open frickin' book. Like, you can feel exactly how she is feeling, even if she's not voicing it.
I say, I heard it. I heard our song. We must bring it to an end.
And as he says this, the two of you would realize something for the first time. The song's quiet. Not like distant, not like faint, just quiet.
I'm hoping to have a shared heartening here.
I know you're going for that.
If Avanya does not reply, I will take the smaller reward of just doing it to myself.
I didn't hear what you said. I was so distracted by slugs.
Which the song part?
I don't remember anymore.
I said, I heard it. I heard our song. It's time for us to bring it to an end.
I don't know if Avanya would really process that much. She might have.
I'm gonna be. This is Avanya's response. Is should I get this stick again and be a conductor?
If that pleases you.
Oh yeah.
I can be what's the main instrument? What's a more medieval term for this?
Concerto.
A medieval term for it would probably be something like a troubadour.
Yeah. I can be your troubadour.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Good.
I will be your troubadour then. And I will rise up out of my knees.
Yeah. Lewyck shrugs to his feet, and Avanya can like see the weariness over him. Lewyck is in low yellow stamina. Very low yellow.
Avanya's gonna do the only comforting technique she knows how, which is to crouch down, slowly creep up to Lewyck, quickly extend her hand, pat him on the head, and then quickly bring it back.
I stomp forward towards the log.
Yeah. And possibly heartened by that, Avanya would see Lewyck proceed towards the hollowed log with the carpet of red flowers. He splashes and slashes through the water, which goes from shin deep on him to knee deep on him to thigh deep on him, and it's getting harder for him to move at speed.
I probably should have done this at the beginning, but can I make it snow and then the flowers die?
Walk me through your storm brewing.
Oh no, Avanya's storm brewings are so stupid. Okay. I'll buckle up, because storm brewing involves a dance, and Avanya can't dance. Okay.
It's gonna some sort of like rhythmic or ritualistic movement. Though for Avanya, so it doesn't have to be a dance. For Avanya, for all I know, it could be just like frantic gremlining, but like it's up to you.
It's basically that. Avanya's gonna go, okay, this is gonna be stupid. 1 second. And she's gonna climb on top of Baby.
Yeah.
And then just... It's time for snow and it's too hot and I want the flowers to die. Go on and die, you stupid flowers! Okay.
Yes, our song reigns!
Baby would like sway side to side as you are singing. As Avanya is singing the best storm brewing song. Lewyck, what would you like to do?
I stomp towards the log of the red
Yep,
carpet.
It's again big enough to be like the size of a large cottage.
So is it like a dead tree trunk, or is it like a log on the ground?
It's a fallen tree trunk that the top has been kind of like rotted out, so it's like a big half pipe that is all full of water and plant life.
Got it. Okay. I think I lean over the rim then, I guess. Sword at the ready.
Yeah. And
it might take a while to trudge over there, but
rather you're at one entrance to it rather than the top, so you can just like you can see most of the way down the barrel, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And as you trudge your way in, you would hear something inside. A deep, throaty croak.
Mm. Is it a froggy croak?
Oh,
or
yes.
is it a croak?
Froggy, for sure, but loud
Okay.
and deep.
Sure. I now wish I had Arcane on on Lewyck. I will. Am I still like affected at all by the previous altered state?
It would still be in the back of your mind.
Lingering.
So you can draw upon it if you wish, but it's not presently affecting your immediate thoughts.
I think I will move closer, but I will ready a potential Garathanks.
Yeah. And from up ahead of you, you can see the water bulge. And you can see the flowers kind of sway up like a carpet being pulled up from its center.
Yeah.
And the three-tongued toad emerges.
Ah. Perfect. Ah! Just scream in its face.
And you can see that immediately the massive creature kind of like hops back with a of surprise.
This isn't my quarry. And so I stab it full throttle.
And as you stab into its face, your sword moves quick because of your low stamina. And you slash it across its great muzzle. It gives another bellowing croak, and you can see that its great tongues kind of like splosh out, and they shovel water towards you to try to like rebuff you, flinging water and pond scum into your face.
I will just grab to a tongue and twist it around my arm as I pull it closer.
It actually drags you into its mouth with its tongue.
How big is the mouth?
How big is the frog?
Frog is freaking huge. It's very, very large. And as the tongue kind of like drags you into its mouth, it gets like your upper torso, so your legs are sticking out in the back. However, inside of the mouth, not only is it rather cavernous in here, you can't see a goddamn thing. But what do you want to do while you're inside of the mouth?
So, well, I guess, do I have time? Like, do I have like a couple seconds?
Yeah, you have a moment or two at least.
Okay. I guess with this arm now, I'm gonna put my sword there, and then I'm gonna take out my my half pike and just hold it up so the mouth doesn't close.
Ooh, half pike. You were in an altered state when you left it in the swamp, so you did not get it.
Okay, so I left it behind.
Yeah.
All right. Do I still have my shield at least?
I believe you mentioned you left that, but
Maybe
I
I dropped both because I
think
went
you
down
dropped
to my
both,
knees.
Yeah.
To Avanya. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Then I will have to use the sword. I will just look up and let's see.
Can't see a thing, it's too dark.
No, I get it. I get it. Lewyck, I mean, he's been around a lot of animals, so I mean, it's not that he's gonna have a big anatomy lesson, but I think he kind of figures out where he kind of knows where animals have slight weak points. I will just are the tongues below me?
You've grabbed one tongue and they kind of like bifurcate from where tongues would normally kind of rest in the mouth. So the other two are next to you.
Okay. I will just I will use okay. I will pull the tongue, rope it around my arm tighter, so I have a tighter hold to it, and then I will use it to propel my sword upwards onto the roof of the mouth as much as possible, as strong as possible.
And as you do so, Avanya, any other actions you would like to be taking during your snow dance?
Do I see Lewyck get eaten?
You see Lewyck dragged into the great toad's mouth with his legs sticking out.
Alright, here's my hope. I would like to continue doing my dance. But I would like Baby, who maybe is cold now, because I'm doing a little dance on top of him to make it cold, and so maybe he is cold. And I feel like frogs are bad at cold, maybe? Frogs don't like cold. Frogs are bad, because cold blood. And then maybe Baby just like bonk, because he's not gonna run him over. Because if you run the frog over, then Lewyck also gets run over, and then that's bad. But maybe just like bonk, and then cold is bad. Is my plan.
Yeah. As you dispatch baby, you can see that the cold snap that you have started is making some of the nearby vegetation wilt.
That feels good, maybe. I don't know.
Indeed. And Lewyck. Also, Avanya would see the sword emerge from the top of the toad's mouth, like piercing through it like a martini olive impaled on a toothpick.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
And Lewyck, as soon as you stab, you feel the entire mouth of the toad kind of lurch as it tries to just spit you out as fast as humanly possible, or as totally possible. Yeah.
However,
you're still holding the tongue, so you're like grappling the tongue. You've pulled out your sword along with you, and it's at this point that baby comes rolling up and slams into the side of the toad's like face as well.
I was gonna try to just hack down towards like further into the mouth and therefore further back to the head.
Yep. And as you slash into the toad's mouth, you can see that it, like pulling backwards, it opens its mouth and it starts to regurgitate. You are sprayed with a jet of red flowers. Now, obviously, this is much less than pleasant. And also, you immediately feel the stomach acid of the toad burning at you.
Yeah.
Clearly, this thing can digest some pretty intense shit.
Can I propose something?
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of an edgy work. As I'm trying to hack further into the frog's head, as I start to feel as the bile hits me, the red flowery bile hits me, I slam my sword down back into the mouth, and as I slam it down, I hope to create a slam empowered by the like anti-magic effect of the bastard sword to try to well, I mean, visually I would imagine maybe like a Moses splitting the river.
That's
but
kind
it
of
might
exactly what I was thinking, actually.
Yeah, it might also
so cool.
Yeah, you tell me, I guess, what the chain reaction would be.
And as you cut into it again, the bile would like exactly bifurcate and spray up around you on both sides. Baby would roll away, having been tagged by it a little bit, and having a couple of little like, you know, like when metal gets touched by acid and gets a little too like clean, you know, that sort of thing. So baby rolls away a little bit and then rolls back in for another like smash into the toad's throat. And it's at this point that the toad regurgitates again, and Lewyck is knocked to the ground as the toad regurgitates something very large that knocks him like down into the water and loosens his grip on the tongue.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I might have just literally ripped it out.
Yeah, I think you might have. Yeah, Avanya, your cold snap is propagating rapidly, but what do you want to do?
As soon as Lewyck is thrown up, I would like to throw a bunch of lightning bolts at the frog.
Like all your remaining ones?
I'll do 3, so I think I have 1 more.
Yeah.
1 or 2.
Fortunately, the toad is definitely the biggest and most conductive thing in that area, and so all of them strike too. And that, you would definitely have taken the tongue out at this point. And the creature, as it like pulls itself back down into the water, it gives a last awful belch. And Lewyck, you were knocked into the water. You have something heavy on top of you. This water is quite deep. It was up to your waist when you went in. So that means, given it's Lewyck, it's like over 3 feet deep. What do you want to do from here with a heavy thing, like a notably heavy thing on top of you?
I mean, I think I was holding out on doing this before, but now I feel like I'm desperate enough to do so. As I'm slammed down, am I like laying down? Am I able to kind of hunker down?
You're being squashed by something heavy, but it doesn't seem to be moving.
Okay, then I will just slam my limbs, I guess, my legs too, arms and legs to the side, in kind of frustration, and activate a shield wall centrally around me, to emerge up, and I'm hoping to both like get whatever is on top of me away, but also to kind of just lift me just slightly over the water so I'm not drowning. There is the of course the rebuffing force against enemies that the shields have.
And as you like get this thing off you just for a moment and start clawing your way up to the surface, Avanya, as the toad retreats, belching and puking, and like you see that you saw the like a large thing push Lewyck under the water. It barfs out another thing as it's going under. What do you want to do? Your cold snap is starting to settle in, and you see vegetation is dying around you.
What is the thing? What are the things?
Okay, the first thing, the big thing that flopped onto Lewyck, looked meaty and organic. The second thing looks also organic, but has limbs.
Do they look like grown-up slug babies?
Seems plausible.
Okay, what did slug baby like? Slug baby like bite? Slug baby dislike? No, slug baby like bite. I don't know what slug baby hated. Fuck. Okay, cool. I should have looked
Slug
at
baby
I should've
tolerated
paid more-
mud. That's something.
I should have paid more attention to slug baby. I'm sorry, I neglected you. Okay. Slugs in general don't like salt. That's something I know. I have no salt. Is oil salty? Do I kill normal baby? Normal baby would be sad, and I would be sad.
Does Avanya want to approach?
Salted meat? Oh no, probably. I don't, but Avanya probably wants to know what slug baby grown up is. Oh no, okay.
Baby is coming towards her. Does she want to mount up?
I will get on slug baby. Okay, not slug baby. I will get on normal baby. I will get on normal baby.
Normal
and then
baby
what I
would
would
be
like
very unhappy to be referred to as slug baby, of course.
I'm fully aware. I'm so sorry, normal baby. Okay, here's what I would like to do. Here's what I would like to do. I would like to get on normal baby, and I would like to take out my toolbox.
Yep.
Maybe there's a magnifying glass.
Is this like a Bogatyr toolbox?
No, this is just a normal toolbox that
Oh,
I
no.
established before Bogatyr was a thing.
I can't give you that.
Isn't it your hammer?
Yeah, it is the hammer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my hammer. It's like a weird like whatever. I think it's my hammer and then also like a like just a thing that I have.
Yeah.
It's like a weird like mix of shit. Okay, cool. There's a thing and it's on you. Okay. Okay.
As you are approaching, by the way, you would see that the big thing on Lewyck is like forced off of him as a shield wall emerges, and he like bursts from the surface, gasping and panting. Lewyck, red stamina. And Avanya would see it much more clearly as he's kind of catching his breath and coming to his senses. It looks like a large, throbbing heart. Big. Like the bigger than Lewyck, Avanya, and Baby put together. Big.
Like heart, like anatomical heart, like I can, like Avanya would be able to like identify like the
disgusting
primary artery.
Yes, indeed. Though nothing like a human heart. Anatomical,
Okay.
but unnatural.
Great. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start thinking. I'm gonna open my toolbox. I'm gonna take a screwdriver. I'm gonna huck it, not at the thing, just in general. Just like throw. I'm gonna start throwing a bunch of my tools in like a bunch of different directions. It's a plan. It's a plan. Okay, that's step one. Step two.
Yeah.
I would like to, out of the blue, because I can do add the blue towards metal, and all my tools are metal, and I would like to try to add the blue through the heart to one of my tools.
Ooh, that's quite cool. In that case, as Lewyck is coming to his senses, he would see a bolt of lightning as a great throbbing organ in front of him is shuddered by a sudden jolt. Avanya appears on the other side, and he can see that the organ in front of him, it looks like a heart, but it has things that a heart shouldn't have. You know, like a bellows like you might use to pump? It looks like it has a fleshy bellows in part of it, and it has a couple of long strands that almost look like baleen. It just looks utterly wrong. But as Avanya bolts it, you can see that the thing twitches, and you can see that it throbs, and you can see that a great ooze starts to pour out of the bolt wound, and the organ wilts like a flower.
Mm-hmm. I I don't have my shield, but instead, what I wish to do is an energy work is to grasp my arm onto the shield wall that I've created and just wrench away one of them with me.
I am A-okay with that.
I walk towards this thing, and I will say, "This is no slug. This is a womb." And I stab at it and open it with my sword.
And as you rip it open and the layers fall away, the two of you would see something that is both hideous and beautiful and creepy and sweet. An animal with 7 long necks. An animal with 8 broad legs. Almost cat-like. The body is horse-like. The necks are serpentine. It has frills like a cobra. It has tongues like a human. It has eyes that are soulful and blinking. It has multiple tails. It has a great spine down its neck. And it sits there, kind of on its side, like a lion sunning itself, blinking at you sweetly. Its mouths open as it coos and calls. It is about the size of a deer.
How would I feel looking at it? Because I have been in a previous altered state.
Indeed. And Lewyck would be, at least for the moment, completely motionless.
Yeah.
The creature in front of him, it's revolting on a deep, visceral, underlying level, but it's also beautiful. It's blemishless. It looks nothing like those hideous little things. It's a fairer to him. A weird one.
Yeah.
But a beautiful, rare, precious creature. And it has such intelligence behind its eyes. Avanya, I have a feeling how you're feeling, but let's elaborate.
Very conflicted right now.
Quite.
Because that's a very cute little baby.
It is a cute
that
baby.
I could take care of and love, and clearly he needs love because that's why he's possessing all the people, is to get love.
Right.
And what a cute, cool little guy who's got a million different heads and tongues and legs and shit. That's so cool.
He is
But
cute.
also, it tried to kill my friend. And the last
This
time
one didn't.
But the last time I hung out with something that was cool and that I thought was gonna be cool, my friend actually died.
That's
And that
true.
sucked. And I don't want to do that again.
How are you going to not try to pet it?
God, I don't know. That's the hard part.
I think Avanya is going to go to try to pet it.
Probably. It's so cool.
Avanya, wait.
Lewyck would barely manage to choke out the words. However, oh no, he has 2+ to vitality. Thank fuck. Otherwise, she wouldn't hear him. Okay.
Oh no.
She would be like approaching with her hand out, but would hear Lewyck.
Avanya, wait. I slam my sword down on the ground.
In the water.
And into the water, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair, like any other. And I drop down my shield, and then I slowly, as the beast claws emerge for the third.
Lewyck would wince and almost like hunch over a little bit from the pain of it. Avanya would see the beautiful little animal look to Lewyck's beast claws emerging, clearly scared, and kind of shrink up sweetly.
And then I will say, I think affected by what has passed here, and I will look to Avanya's face. Like, Avanya, how are you reacting to this?
Avanya is very clearly like Fuck it, it's my face, dude. Like, I like freaking out.
Yeah. What, little mistress? What should I do?
Avanya will go to Lewyck. And are your hands still claws?
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna go and kneel down and pick up one of your hand claws things and go, maybe the freaky baby was the friends we made along the way.
What about those stickers?
I will get them. Cause that my robot baby's okay. And you are okay. And I'm okay. And this freaky baby is very cute, but if I stab it while I don't look at it, it's okay, baby.
I think I will tear up a bit as well as I
Yeah.
hear Avanya start to cry. And then I move forward. I shake you off. I move forward. And then secret goal unlock. I wrestle with it. I want to dominate it. And I want to make it my pharaoh.
You need more power because I have a backup plan for this.
I launch myself at it. I've heard how people have done this before. And sometimes, like Sir Oscar, wrestled his beast. And that is what Tybalt would react.
And the whelp immediately looks and tries to like scramble away, but you grab onto it. It has a thin, elegant, lithe body, and its many like big cat-like legs would like rapidly kick and paw at you as it tries to squirm away. Its snake-like heads would like not try to bite or rip. They would just be like trying to squirm and help pull its body away as they like loop around nearby vegetation.
Can I as I'm trying to grab onto it and I slam my legs, can I try to bear hug it? And as I do so, I want to use that as a paired action to energy work the shield wall, which I think is still up.
Yep, it's still up.
Behind me, to just come towards me and try to like hold me and it in place.
And the shields pile in around. Avanya would see through a gap in the shields one of the faces of it, looking to you, begging, pleading with its big soulful eyes.
You're so cute, but you man. She picks up a piece of mud and covers the hole with it.
And as she does so, she cannot see Lewyck particularly well. What does she want to try to do?
This is a bad plan. This is a very bad plan. I need consent!
I will say, do you sing? Do it.
Okay.
He is completely ignored Avanya. The beast is not making a single sound as it squirms and writhes and tries to escape desperately.
So,
Why are you here? Who brought you here?
As Lewyck yells at it, what does Avanya want to do?
alright, are there two little holes in the shield wall that I can put my fingers through and touch Lewyck with?
Yeah, there's a couple.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. It's bad. It's a bad plan. Lewyck said consent. So what like level of like, am I green, yellow, red?
For what?
For like
Essence?
magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For essence, you're yellow. For stamina, you are also yellow.
Okay, great. I would like to, here's my plan. I would like to use my fingers and electrocute him, but as a defibrillator to channel my essence into him, and then I don't have as much essence, but he does, and he can defeat the baby.
Ooh, that's quite interesting. What would that feel like?
Bad. It would feel like bad. It would feel like I am draining my own life force into electricity. It would be like you're electrocuted, but not only does it feel, it would be like it would feel like a reverse electrocution, where instead of being like vibrated with energy, you are instantly drained of it.
Yep. And Avanya, the second you do this, your hair would go like limp around your face and like that, and you would just like slump against the shield, like cheek first. And Lewyck, you would feel a sudden surge of invigoration rush through you. And As you grapple this thing, grabbing at its necks like a coil of rope, grabbing at its like slender deer-like body, what do you want to do? You've pinned it completely.
I want to try to get like its attention with my vitality, and try to speak with it. I want to like maybe grab one of the heads so that I can look at it directly in the eyes.
Yeah. And as you turn, its huge, almost puppy dog-like eyes look at you beggingly, pleadingly.
You cannot stay like this. You cannot stay here. With the beast loyal, they will make you into a monster. And then others will slay you, or you will slay everyone. You cannot stay.
You see that its little tongue flicks out slightly. It's a human-like tongue, but it still tastes the air like a snake. And you can see it blinks. And you can see that several of its other heads turn to face Lewyck. They bob and sway slightly, each of them sporting a teeny little set of nubs that might someday grow into antlers.
Your father ruled this land to the ground, and my father slayed him. But we do not have to fall in the steps of our fathers.
And you can see that it lowers some of its heads and kind of stops struggling quite as much and kind of demurely snakes out its long necks, kind of rests them underneath your head, almost stacked atop each other, low.
And I go from the violent bear hug to a softer one, to just an actual caress.
And you feel it's, even though you're wearing gloves, yeah, of course, but you can still,
the metal.
You can still kind of feel just how silken it is, just how dainty it is. It almost feels like fine jewelry as much as it is an animal. And Avanya, you are kind of slumped against the shields, but because of Lewyck's vitality stat specifically, you would still hear his voice. You would hear the struggle stopping. And as Lewyck gently embraces the whelp, you would feel your Enclave badges ping.
Mistress Avanya, are you okay?
The answer to that is no, by the way.
I need to move my arm to touch my bag, but it goes like this and then fall down.
I let go of the beast for a moment and see if it does anything.
It doesn't. It just kind of waits there demurely.
As I look to Avanya and I say, and I will hold out my hand and I will just like wipe away one of your tears because you were crying before you were doing this, and I will say, I hope to see you again. And then I hit my badge.
Are you gonna hit hers too?
How about my badge?
What?
Is
I thought you were conscious enough. No, Are you not conscious enough?
Is Lewyck hitting her badge? She mentioned noodle arms.
Oh, I didn't realize the noodle arms. I think at first I hit my badge, and then I know, and then she's like, ooh. I was like, oh shit.
Yep.
and then I just like shove my hand onto her badge.
Yep. And
I was like trying to get Lewyck to have a sweet moment.
It is a sweet and yet entirely fitting moment for this batshit pair up. And on that note, we will end the mission. Woo!
Oh,
holy!
Well, that's a mission failure.
Holy hell! Yeah, mission failed. You didn't kill it.
Well, I can't go back home now.
Oh, yeah. Turbo exiled.
Yep.
Woo. Oh, nicely done, guys. Very, very nicely
Very
done.
fun.
Let's talk about it, shall we?
Yeah.
First of all,
That was so gross, but like
yeah, that was disgusting.
endearing.
That was an interesting mix of emotions.
Yeah, for sure.
First of all, do you guys have questions for me about calls that I made? Or the plot?
So it was just in the frog the whole time, or was it actually over here specifically
Different frog.
the whole time? Okay. Okay.
We established the species early on.
Yeah. I was wondering if it was the same frog, and I was like so close to it at the start.
That would have been so mean, but no.
um,
I'm still reeling.
Yeah. Avanya's a trip.
For me too. I don't know what's going on half the time.
Okay.
did you? I guess I have more questions for Mary now than Robbie. To be honest, let me think of questions for Robbie.
No, you can ask
Let's
her
see.
to be my guest. This pair up is one of the most wild duos I have ever seen in Enclave, because
I
they
loved
are
it.
so chaotic. They are so chaotic that I don't even like I don't even know where to start with these two, because they're like a straight man funny man, and yet they both are just buy into the chaos so thoroughly. Incredible.
I guess my question to you, Robbie, is how did this mission go according to your plans?
I didn't expect almost any part of this mission.
Did you go into it with any sort of expectations, or you just like, that's not gonna work?
Okay. I went into it with an idea of where it was, but no idea of how you were going to necessarily get to it. I was just pretty sure that between Avanya's quad intelligence and both of you having affiliation to Baines in some way, you'd figure something out. And you did!
That's fair.
Of note, the reason the Enclave sent these two, Avanya is immune to the music, because she was freed from a Bain. Lewyck is resistant to the music, for reasons that are a big part of his backstory.
Right.
And so even though the two of them were very suboptimal for finding the damn thing, the Enclave was like, well, we need people who aren't just going to get possessed immediately, so fuck it. And also, I thought that Lewyck's Garethix was going to be very relevant for like baiting it out, and you did that so perfectly. So ended up working out really nicely.
Just for the clarity of everyone, so Lewyck was born from a magic, like cross reaction of the Scarlet Beast's magic, along with like fertility stuff. So it actually he is made of the Scarlet Beast's magic, basically.
Yeah, and so he is deeply attuned to this thing.
Yeah.
Other questions for me or each other?
Yeah, so for me, same thing. Like when I popped in, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna have absolutely no way of finding this thing besides just yelling and hoping something moves. So when and Luke's pretty aware of that. So when Avanya started messing around with shit, almost literally, Lewyck was like, well, I think this is why she's on the mission. So let's let her have at it.
And have at it she did. Good job picking up on the red flower. Okay, first of all, Mary, you actually made multiple like genuine god calls on the mission. Like very good calls on the mission. There were 2 times I paused back and pointed to you and said genius, and that was like no joke. Yeah. Those were very good calls.
What made you think of creating a baby out of the flowers?
So initially, it wasn't like I'm gonna make a baby. It was Oh God, what was the thought process? The thought process. Okay,
Something
the thought
something
process
Avanya,
was
something do it. Like
the thought
Profit.
process was the flowers have bacteria. The bacteria is gonna do something. You're related to this place, and so you're probably a better like a host for the bacteria. So let's just whack it and see if anything good happens. And then it made a baby, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!"
I don't know if it would have created anything if it wasn't used on my
yes,
like bodily
exactly.
functions.
Would only have worked off of Lewyck.
Yeah.
And
It's not
that
even like any other person from this place. It would have to be
yeah,
literally
have
me.
to be literally him. And also, even better than that, the fact that you use that perk to make the like work you stupid thing, right?
Hmm.
Perfect. Fucking great. I was really impressed with that. So even like Avanya is so wonderful because you get some of the most creative, amazingly good plays, plus some of the like most wonderfully in character self sabotage, and it's just a great dynamic.
Oh God, at the end I was so scared I was just gonna go over and make friends with the demon deer thing, and I was like, I'm gonna fuck this. But then Lewyck fucked it, and so it worked out.
Da 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 da
You didn't
da.
realize that was my intention all along.
And
So
in character, Lewyck was so completely boned by that altered state.
yeah.
I actually, it was a completely in character call for him to do that.
Yeah. So when I requested this mission, I thought it was going to be, this was my secret goal, to potentially have the progeny of the Scarlet Beast be my fare. However, I did think it only had like probably a 33% chance of actually achieving it, because I was like, well, if it's like really crazy, horrible, like it's going to be too far. If I don't get affected by the magics enough, I won't be enough, like I won't be into it. So I was like, okay, there's probably like a third chance that this will work. Um, and if not, it's still really cool. So, but I'm glad it worked.
Yep. Worked beautifully. So unintentionally, you played into his secret plan all along.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I helped.
The dynamic between these two is unbelievable.
Would do
Yeah.
again.
They are such fun friends at this point. Like the way that they just kind of go along with each other is awesome. They're so Mary, why are you so funny? I can't focus.
Yeah, here's hoping to more missions.
There's
For sure.
so many great
They're fun too.
one-liners. Holy
Unfair.
shit. It was unbelievable how many good one-liners there were. Yeah, incredible synergy. Also just like good play. Avanya got like pretty roughed up on this one. Lewyck got brutalized on this frickin' mission.
I'm sorry for what I did.
I mean, honestly,
I also would have
mission
gotten
contributive.
boned. I would have gotten boned if the Scarlet Bairn actually was really dangerous.
Oh,
I
it
had
is.
nothing.
It is very dangerous. It's just not dangerous in the like rip your guts out sort of way yet.
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant, because my stamina was shot. My health was low.
Yep. You were miserably injured. You were both, or by the end, Avanya was in red essence, high red stamina. Lewyck is in low yellow essence, actually high red stamina. Just absolutely pushed to the brink.
Which also works really well with the decisions. Absolutely. I mean, with not only just the altered state, but also just being in super red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
It
That
is
was
the
fantastic.
Scarlet. So,
Yep.
so he's
Ho,
gonna
ho.
end
There you
up
go.
Fiddle me dee, fiddle me too. Nice. You guys did brilliant. It was super fun to watch. This is exactly what I was hoping for in terms of the dynamic between these two, because they already knew each other, and so they could just kind of fuck around and figure it out, and it was, and also so emotional. Like, especially considering how goofy it was. It was so emotional and like poignant for both of them.
Yeah.
Shit.
Absolutely.
That's great. I loved it. And I hope you guys had fun. Mary, you look tired.
I am. Every time I play Avanya, I get emotionally exhausted because she does dumb stuff, and then I get stressed out about it.
Oh, God. Baby MVP.
Which one?
Yeah, which of the
Same.
5 on this mission? Or I think there's 3. No, there's 4 total.
Oh,
4
also
total
of
babies.
note, when you did the stick throw, the baby inside, it fucking died. It just like it splattered against a wall like that. So
That
initial
checks out.
initial.
He
baby
did get
death.
us to the wall, though, right?
It did. Yeah, it progressed you guys much closer to where the final one was. Close enough that the beast loyal attacked. And that was like a major clue. You're like, okay, we're getting warmer, we're getting attacked. So it was completely mission contributive. It just was in the most goofy Avanya way possible. And that's what we wanted to see. You guys have any other questions? Because if not, I say we come up with a mission name before I forget. And we'll tap out.
Red.
Something to do with red babies.
Oh, God.
Red babies galore.
Actually, okay, Dippy actually has a genuinely cool name in the chat, which is Blood of the Covenant.
Blood of the Covenant.
That's
Get baby in there and I'm with it.
That does feel kind of too cool.
It feels
about-
way too cool.
What about baby of the Covenant?
Ooh, thicker.
Blood of the baby net.
That's actually a cool one. Thicker than the water of the womb. Brutal.
Ooh. I actually like that one.
Blood is
better.
thicker than baby.
Oh, gross. Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's consolidate the two suggestions. Let's do frickin' Womb of the Covenant. That sounds correct.
Okay. That sounds good.
Still feels too cool, but I'll take it.
It does feel kind of too cool, but at the same time, this is what we call poetic contrast.
Hmm.
It's gonna sound cool, and people are gonna click on a video. It's called Womb of the Covenant, and then just get 3 hours of us chucking babies.
And like grabbing socks. Oh my God. So much. You guys played wonderfully. It was very, very fun. That was one of the most like viscerally disgusting missions I think I've hosted in Advent.
It's awful!
Agreed in the chat. All caps.
Eat it! Why did you eat it?
Altered state. It's perfectly in character.
It was altered state, but you, Captain, as the
It just
player,
felt
decided
right.
it.
God damn. Thank you guys so much for playing. That was fantastic.
Thanks so much for hosting. It was super fun.
Thank
Of
you.
course. Would you like to sign off, Alex, and then Mary May?
Yeah. I'm Alex, aka Captain, aka baby daddy, maybe. I don't know.
Eater.
Yeah. And yeah, go play some Enclave. You can have fun like us.
And Mary.
My name is Mermaid. I'm gonna go bed. Don't just start having babies. Don't throw up babies.
Definitely don't throw them on a stick.
Don't throw them
Yeah.
on a stick. Don't throw them
No.
in the mud.
I
Be
should
smart.
I should be taking notes. I have two.
Yeah.
All right, friends. As always, my name is Robbie Howell. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and ciao for now.